What's up, good people? How is everyone doing tonight? Hope you all are doing well. We're going to be talking about some amazing things tonight. So, you're going to want to stay here. It's not going to be the longest stream, but it's going to be effective, fun stream, guys. Best believe that. I am super excited to be. uh, there we go. I am super excited to be here. Are you guys not? We're talking Disney Plus tonight. Oh, we're having fun. We're definitely gonna have some fun tonight. But yes. Who is all here right now? I have Danny here. Oh, cool. Two real geeks. I saw. I was talking to Theme Park Days. Yes. All the lurkers. Hello. Those who don't talk but just like to enjoy. Nothing is wrong with that. Let me know too, guys. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're being fancy tonight, Danny. I hope you like what you see here. Got the mic here. It's making the sound quality much better, much better. But how's everyone doing tonight? I'm doing well myself. Can't complain by any means. Disney Plus came out tonight, guys. We're not gonna wait too much longer before we dive into this. Disney Plus came out today, so it had some issues, and we're gonna go over it. Yes, the shadow people. We're going to actually go over it. I'm going to show you guys an overview of what this looks like. It's very well, organized as Disney always is. Minus the launch was a little bit meh, but I expected it with millions and millions of people signing up for this and last minute doing it and want it to be, you know, a part of this like monumental thing. So yeah, it crashed early on, and from an early report, it was like 7,600 people were calling in on hold for over an hour. Um, yes, Danny, definitely sign up. It's worth it. You'll see all the old things and new things that you didn't even know that they had. To the point where if you hit the search icon, like the magnifying glass that other services have, um, it'll show you what you think you want to see, and then there will be more things that you forgot about, so you'll have to remember a back catalog in your mind of shows and movies that you forgot existed. And then if you do that though and search it, like one of my favorite movies growing up off of Disney Channel was Brink. If anybody remembers that movie Brink, please let me know. That movie was really fun. I watched it earlier today, and Danny said, "I don't want the new, I want the old." It's all there. It's all there. I mean, the back catalog is crazy. It is crazy how deep it is. Please check out The Mandalorian. I know you wanted to see that. So from what I've seen, they're releasing it kind of like maybe a TV series as far as one episode per time at a time, because there's only one episode. Unless there's not, let me know, people. Um, I was, you know, pleasantly surprised by that show. That show blew my mind, and it's at a slower pace than a movie because it's a TV show, but because they're trying to spread it out, but it's just like a movie. And I was very pleased with it. But we're gonna go over it in a second though. You want you want SpongeBob? You want SpongeBob? Is that okay? Wrong network, Danny. Wrong. I wonder though, this makes me think. This really makes me think. Is Universal going to come out with something like this? Is Universal going to come out with something that not rivals because they're their own thing and they can last, but are they should. There's a huge lineup of Universal things. There's a huge lineup of older Nickelodeon shows that I flat out loved as a kid and I would still watch now. And I just think that they need to make something a back catalog with ET, with like Back to the Future. I know Netflix has all these things, but man, Netflix is taking a hit. They are taking a hit right now. And I wonder what the future holds. Like there's a lot of people who unsubscribe from YouTube and um just a lot of people borrowing other people's accounts. Uh they have a NBC stream service coming out. Yeah, they that's what I heard. That's what I heard. You're right about that. I did hear that the NBC streaming service to the point, I think it's like in 2 years, 2021, because The Office on Netflix is leaving in 2021 or 2022. It is leaving Netflix, which is one of the like highest watch series on Netflix, and it's not even a Netflix original. Um, I think that Universal is going to do stations, not a whole. You're probably right. You're probably right, and I think we're in for a big time with it's like streaming platforms. Obviously, people aren't watching cable as much. People aren't um going to the movies as much. Everything is online based, so it's really like the internet providers need to capitalize on this. So say you get Spectrum. For those that don't know what Spectrum is, it is a terrible internet service that I've had for the past like year or so that I'm not happy with. Yeah, Danny, everything is leaving Netflix. Even some of the originals are being canceled like left and right. Um and you're right, you can say bye to the cable boxes to the point you're gonna save space, and not even the cable boxes aren't even like appealing. They're a big hunk of junk, and even if they make them a lot more sleek, they're not fun to look at. And they you can't decorate them. You can put look like shrubbery or plants around it if you want, but yeah, everything's changing. A lot of movies are going like Netflix did. Shout out still to Netflix. They did a lot of amazing things. They held on. Um, you have Hulu, you have Amazon, you have Apple TV, which is coming about. You have Disney Plus now. Netflix held their own, guys. Netflix held their own. Jonathan, what is up? What is up? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Um, Hold on one second. You had a question. Here's a question. What new releases are in the movies this weekend? Because I want to see how they do since Disney came out. What is this weekend? Is the 17th? What was coming up? I think the biggest release that's coming out this weekend is that movie that's based off of The Shining. I think that's the next one that's coming out. Hey Noah, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Always showing love. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy, because we are talking Disney Plus, Noah, and the holiday festivities at Disney World. We're gonna look at it and we're going to talk about it in chat. It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good. But yeah, Danny. So I think that's the only big release this week is that horror movie, which is based off of The Shining. Oh, and Ford vs Ferrari. To me, that's something I'm not gonna run and see right off the bat. It looks good. It has a nice cast to it, but I don't. That's not for everybody. To me, I don't think that's for everybody. Not everybody enjoys cars. People love both those, like Ford and Ferrari. But I think that's something I'd like to see what the critics say, and then probably week 3, week 4, I would see it. Or if you have the AMC Movie Pass, which by the way, it's not a plug by any mean or sponsorship, that's an amazing investment. It's $23 and I think 75 cents a month, and you can see 3 movies per week. 3 movies per week you can see for $23. Just imagine that. So if you go to a big movie theater, like there's one here that's crazy expensive, that you're paying for a good premiere, like say the new Star Wars comes out, you're gonna pay $20 for that one movie. So that's a good tip for you guys to get the AMC Movie Pass, and I think Regal has one too. But Noah, how was Lady and the Tramp, live action? You said it was amazing. I had to see it for myself. Some of the live actions have been really good so far. I heard mixed reviews about Mary Poppins, but not bad. And I heard mixed reviews, iffy ones about the Dumbo one. And obviously, we know about the Lion King one. It was touched our hearts, but didn't do what the original did. Um, Jonathan said, "You're right, but I I will go." Yeah, I don't know. I love the movies. There's something about being there and seeing a movie on opening night. I don't think Disney or anything under their umbrella is going to take a hit. Marvel, you're definitely going to run and see a Marvel movie. You're definitely going to run and see Disney, like any Disney movie or any Star Wars movie. Like the Star Wars movie that's coming out, December, is already sold out in many, many theaters for multiple time slots. So Disney just runs media right now. Like all in all, they really, really do just run media. And what can we do about it? Until, you know, we've had Amazon do big things. Like they had a movie with Casey Affleck that won a award for, I think he won best actor or something like that, like 2-3 years ago or something like that. And that just came out on Amazon Prime. So everything's getting mixed up and it's crazy. Exclusive movies coming out for on Netflix. You're gonna have more exclusive movies, guys, come out on Disney's Plus. So, man, if you don't have strong internet, I don't know what you're doing right now because everything's internet based and you want to be here. What a time to be alive, guys. Woo! Okay. So I want to, as we're going to start with Disney Plus, since today is the day it came out, I want to go over it a little bit with you guys. So as I pull this up, we'll get to check it out and you guys get to see some of the amazing stuff that is to offer. So we're going to talk about it. I won't read chat right now because I can't see it with this screen, but you good people get to see as I browse through this. So you can see me and you can see it. So right at the top, for those that don't have it yet, this is Lady and the Tramp that Noah was talking about. They just have new things, High School Musical, a lot of originals, which I'll click on really quick. So they have a section here at the top that just is dedicated towards originals, which is pretty cool. So here's The Mandalorian, which was the first thing. I kept getting that error that wouldn't work for me. And it wouldn't work for me. And this was the first and only thing that would work for me was The Mandalorian. So I sat there late in bed and watched it because I was off today and I enjoyed it. And there's a nice little surprise at the end that I was pleasantly happy with. So yeah, The Lady and the Tramp, and then Encore, which this I guess it's her. She went back from what the description says. She went back with her high school like classmates, and they performed multiple musicals. Whatever. The Jeff Goldblum one, I definitely want to check out. But here's pretty much all that they have right here at the start. Obviously, new things are going to come, but this is what I wanted to show you guys really quick. This is what I like. It's very, 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 very organized. So you have Disney here at the start, at the top here, categorized Pixar movies or shorts, TV shows, whatever, Marvel, Star Wars, and Nat Geo. So the only thing that was weird that I felt like was missing was, where are all the Indiana Jones stuff? Now, I know you can watch all Indiana Jones stuff on Netflix right now, all the movies, but I thought it would be on Disney Plus. Maybe it's a contractual thing and they have it on there for a little bit on Netflix, and then it's going to obviously probably leave soon. Man, Netflix, they're going to be hit with some things. But it has recommended things that you can see. Obviously, Lizzie McGuire, The show was super popular early on, with, you know, the show, or sorry, Disney Plus coming out earlier today. So that was like rendering and it wasn't working. But yeah, hit movies category trending. So things that it started trending today, obviously that'll shift and change. Um, oh, hold on one second. Let me see. Let me go back and pause there while I read the chat. Um, Disney does not have full rights, but they bought Lucas, right? So I thought they had full rights. So if you can elaborate on that a little bit, that'd be pretty cool. But I just thought they did. That's interesting. Um, Jonathan, yeah, Danny, it is awesome though. Jonathan mentioned, or as Obi-Wan said, uh, it's over, Anakin. I've got Disney Plus. This is true. I did hear him say that. I do recall. Um, in a second, Danny. In a second. Um, in a second. Just some things I want to discuss, and yeah, that'd be cool to have you pop in here. But yeah, let me go over some stuff. So yeah, they have Beauty and the Beast, the old one, Little Mermaid. So they have Out of the Vault. I love that category. I love that section because it has multiple things here that we grew up on. That the ultimate classics. You don't have to pull out your VHS tapes. You can literally just watch it all on here. You don't even have to have your DVD player right now. You can just watch it straight up on here, and I think that's amazing. So inspired true stories, because Disney does a whole lot of those, especially back in the 90s and before. They did so many of those inspirational movies, Ultra HD ones, Disney Channel favorites. They have the musical categories, throwbacks. They even have things back in like categorized by decades. So, for example, as you can see here, through the decades, you can see a lot of people started with Steamboat Willie at the beginning here, and they wanted to start where it all began. And I think that's admirable, and I do admire that. I respect that, but I was like, man, give me the Mandalorian, and that's all I needed. And that's how we started this thing off. Yes, Jonathan, VHS. I still have a VCR. I love my VHS, my videos. I really do. I have a whole collection, and I have the whole collection of Indiana Jones. So if it's on here or not, or Netflix or not, I have all of them. I even have the Young Indiana Jones series. If anybody knows or remembers the Young Indiana Jones series, man, not as good, but it gives you some backstory and stuff. And I have a lot of stuff. My back catalog is crazy. So okay. Okay. All right. I got you, Danny. But yeah, oh, you know what? I always wanted that, Danny. I still want the VCR. I still want the VCR DVD combo. I really do. Because I have a lot of DVDs. DVDs aren't going anywhere either, I don't believe. Um and I still have my VCR, my tapes. So I want to do both. So shout out to you for having that. I hope it's in good condition, because you're gonna have to find a small shop, or unless you know how to fix it, if that thing goes down. But I see you remember the Young Indiana Jones series, which was awesome to me. My Ninja Turtles and even the true Star Wars films, not to right. I have all that stuff. So yeah, DVD sales are down. They are down, but people are still gonna, like, Disney still runs that market. Trust me, they still run that market. And I think you can fix anything. Disney still runs that market. So if a Marvel film comes out, people want that. If Frozen 2 comes out, people are gonna buy that. So yes, Jonathan, let's get back on track. So they have it categorized by the 1920s to 30s to the 40s to 50s. I didn't even know that Chippendale came out in the 50s or so, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just the 50s. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm pleasantly surprised by that, but happy. And then watched earlier the Aristocats, which was really funny because people didn't really remember that movie. And I thought that movie was a good movie. Nice play on words, and I enjoyed it. So the 80s, and then getting back to the golden silver era of Disney before they had a huge decline, and they brought it back. So they had different stuff that I like. Um, a whole movie category, whole series category, as I mentioned before. Yeah, so the list goes on. I mean, you can just type in A in the search thing, which I'll show you really quick. Um, like we'll just type in A. Look at all of this stuff. I didn't even know, guys, that there were 3 Aladdin movies. I thought there were just 2. I didn't know that there were that many Aladdin movies. That there were so many different spin-offs of Lion King. I didn't know that there were sorry, we'll get into that soon. I didn't know that they had multiple spin-offs of Beauty and the Beast, like a Christmas special. I didn't know. So this thing shedding light is crazy. We'll type in B. Like this right here. I didn't know this Beauty and the Beast thing existed. I didn't know. They have the Nightmare Before Christmas. They have this Enchanted Christmas, Beauty and the Beast that I was talking about. The list goes on. Disney has a huge, huge category of stuff, and it is crazy. It is crazy. And I'm pleasantly surprised, as mentioned, of all that they have. So if you guys don't have Disney Plus right now, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. So we're going to get into more of this stuff right now. And what are you guys watching so far for those that have Disney Plus? What have you seen? I know Noah said that he watched Lady and the Tramp and he loved it, but what else did you watch? What are you guys looking forward to? And is the Obi-Wan series, I know we've discussed that in the past, is the Obi-Wan series going to happen or is it not? Was it actually canceled? I heard mixed things that it wasn't canceled, it was canceled. I don't know. But yeah. So Danny, I'm about to send you something really quick. There you go, and we can chit chat a bit. There you go. There we go. Every show about has a TV film or straight to. That's true. That's true. Jonathan, that is very true. There has also been Aladdin cartoon on TV. I really don't remember that, Danny. I really don't remember that. That's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if it's on there, or I wonder if one of those is the Aladdin TV series. If so, I'm watching that. I also, guys, am going to play a good surprise. I'm going to play that Aladdin game for you guys on stream. If you guys remember how hard and difficult that game was, but yet really fun, yeah. Ooh, special surprise, guys. Hold tight. What's up?
What's going on?
Not much, good sir.
So here's
Not
the question.
much.
Is the
Yes.
skeleton dance on there?
I haven't looked. Like I said, it is a huge back category of different things.
See that? I see that. I need it.
I mean, it's
really
good.
once I finish
I'm
here. Once we
liking
finish
what
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm up tonight because I have nothing to do today or tomorrow.
Wait.
So no,
I know you've been lonely.
I already got the green light. So
Okay, good.
I was don't watch anything that I would watch. Okay.
Right. Oh, so
But,
Noah, you did watch the Imagineering story. I watched it, so I think they're doing that in parts as well, where it's chapter by chapter. So they issued out the first chapter first, and then they're gonna do more. The first chapter is kind of slower, but it's for those who didn't really know about the history of how Disneyland was built. It is touching, it is inspiring, it is amazing. It's all the way down to like Walt's death. So it was a really good thing. And they're gonna have more things, obviously. And where, by the way, guys, is the cast member thing? You remember that, Danny? They're supposed to have behind the scenes with the cast members. Is that out yet?
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I haven't heard much about that, honestly.
Yeah, I know that was a really big thing that people wanted to see, though. People wanted to watch the cast member thing, and I know we all want to see, because they're not allowed.
Yeah, exactly. I wish, you know, I would like to see them do more stuff with the parks and stuff like that on there.
That's what I kept researching, trying to find different things with the Disney parks. There was a little mini documentary on there that I wanted to watch, that I bookmarked. Let me see if I have it real quick. I'll pull it up.
Here's a question: Is there?
Yeah.
Is there like autoplay on there? So you know,
yes.
Netflix has go into the next.
Are you talking about like it auto shows the trailer?
Yeah. Like if I'm watching a movie, will it automatically start the next movie, like the next movie in that category? You know.
Okay.
Like Netflix.
So I haven't waited that long, like how Netflix does. But what I have done as far as different TV series, like I binge watched Chip and Dale today, of course.
You know that's going to be my go-to also. I've been
Oh, I know it is. I know it is. So
was it Rescue Rangers or was it Chip and Dale?
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So
thank you.
Yes, of course. So at the end of each episode, it was about a 17-second pause for you to go back or whatever, and then if you didn't click forward, it would continue on. So that's a good thing. Now, what I do like about it is, you know how you may walk away from the TV or the computer or console or however you're streaming, and you leave it on a show, it does the auto trailer, and it can be really loud sometimes, like on Netflix.
Yeah.
So it'll start playing the trailer of it, which is cool. I don't mind that. That's a new addition that they've done. But the cool thing is Disney Plus does not have that. So if you leave it on something, it's not going to auto play. It's going to just like have you on there.
Honestly, I don't like that.
I don't either. I don't
want if I'm going through, like, especially on Hulu and stuff. Hulu's the worst with that. Hulu is like a second, and I don't like it.
Right. So yeah, different new things that they're taking from pretty much. They had to learn from Netflix. Netflix ruled the game for a long time. It's the changing of the guards now. So,
well, I mean, they have to be. They had, I would say, more Hulu because they own Hulu. You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
you know, I mean.
So Noah said, "I don't think they have the skeleton dance." Yeah. They have a lot of things coming, and also there were a lot of things that are on there right now that you can't click. So they're having issues loading.
What do you mean that you can't click? Okay.
There are different things, for example, like I was speaking about, like the Lizzie McGuire show. It was on there, but it would just say error. So the most recent thing that I did before the stream, I saw a new Lion King thing that I've never seen before. It said something from Disney Junior, and I clicked it, and it didn't work. So they're still working out some kinks and stuff. So Yeah.
Well, we all knew that. So, here's another thing I heard today was basically they're allowing you to have 4 IPs.
Correct.
Right. So from what I'm understanding is if I go, let's in North Carolina. And living here in Georgia. So if I go from here, from Georgia, and go to my house in North Carolina, that's obviously 2. But from what I'm understanding, to come back here and use this IP again, that's the 3rd IP.
Yep. Correct.
So I'm basically locking my house into 2 IPs. Now, what if I, go to the airport on my phone and, is that the 4th IP? Now the next airport I go to on my way back, it's going to tell me sorry.
It's per who's logged in at the time. So if I obviously have it on my smart TV and then I have it on my phone, if nobody is watching it and nobody's home, it does not affect you. So you can, all of our subscribers could be signed into our Disney Plus account. But as long as we're not all watching it, from what I've seen, 4 people can watch at different from different places at once. So the 5th person on cannot watch it while another person is watching it.
Do you think they're going to have an option later on down the road to extend how many people can watch?
Yes, I do think they'll change, and that will up the price for sure. Like Netflix has that.
Well,
that will up the price.
They all have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and just so you guys know, really quick, this $6.99 price that you guys have right now, that we all have, is not lasting long. I promise you, within 3 months, it's changing.
You think so?
It's already blossoming so much that they've noticed that actually, if they're smart, they can honestly capitalize on having it for at least a year and then watch Netflix crumble, because you remember they went up again and so many people canceled their services. Like it went up.
I had Netflix on last night.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the weirdest things popping up on Netflix now. Like
they're trying to grab you with different things.
I'm not complaining because I love weird movies.
Yeah.
So, and I'm over here watching Forbidden Planet last night when that was never anybody's thought at all.
No. But they're trying to get you to get different things. Now let's talk about that really quick. Well, wait a second. Let's read this comment. So yes, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Gargoyle. All those I watched today. All those. And I was loving every bit of it. The nostalgia, I loved it. I'm seriously. I sat at the foot of the bed this earlier, Danny, and I was like, I'm overwhelmed. You remember we talked on the phone. I said I'm overwhelmed by all this.
Yeah.
And what if you're on the road, Danny? But yeah.
No, seriously. No, seriously, because realistically, I'm thinking this too is Jess is going to be taking the bus back on Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah.
If I get this, she's going to want to download the app and watch, at least she'll have something to watch on the bus.
You're fine.
Huh?
You'll be fine.
You know what I mean?
That's her, and then it'll be you. That's it.
Speaking of, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. No worries.
Let me take her call.
So yes, guys, Danny is taking a call with Jess, the other half of Two Real Geeks. So while he's doing that, Noah, so you did the 1 year thing. Did you have to do that prior? Because I didn't see that option. That must have been beforehand. Or can you still do it you can. What is it, $69 a year, Noah? Or something like that, which isn't bad at all. And does it come with any additional perks to it if you do so? I saw, what is it, like $12.99, something like that, if you do it, the ESPN plus the Hulu deal. But I don't know how many people are going to do that. And also, will that be like ESPN Live for those that like sports? Will you be able to watch it live? That's a good question, because if I'm watching just clips of ESPN shows, what you guys may not know is they have those same things on YouTube for free. The same segments that you see on different shows on ESPN, like Sports Center, for example, or other shows. Those are all on YouTube. They're capitalizing on the internet boom. So yeah,
I'm back.
Okay. Says year 2, it will change. So people who did 3 years will all be rewarded for that price. That is very true. So that is a smart thing, that you better lock down the prices right now, because they will change and you will lose out on serious money because it is changing.
Let's talk about this one for a minute. The Hulu bundle.
Yep. So I just did. I talked about it a little bit, but yep. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know. Yeah, I heard you, but it affects me right now because
correct.
I was looking forward so much for the Hulu bundle because I was going to get so much with it. I was willing to pay more to keep my ad free and my Hulu Live.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things, I don't even qualify for the bundle, which is really ridiculous. I don't understand, and I can't even use package to say add Disney Plus to my current package for $6.99.
That's interesting because Disney Plus mentions that it's ad free, but I guess their other company of Hulu, they're going to allow ads to slip through the cracks by any means. Interesting.
And Hulu's ads are really annoying.
I think, though, Danny, there will be an option as long as enough people voice it, which if you're saying it, trust me, there are others that feel that same way. This is literally like we talked about with StreamYards. This is in beta, pretty much. This isn't even the complete package, guys. I want you to know that. This is not the complete package. Now, is this a fine alpha or beta? It's incredible. It's an incredible start to this. Jonathan said, I need to sign up, but I don't know and afraid it won't be on the YouTube any. We'll all be fine. Which, by the way, some YouTube stuff Danny bothered me today. Huh?
You definitely be on YouTube. You know what you'd be doing is you'd be something on the TV that you care about but don't care about, but yet you'd be watching us at the same time.
Yeah, YouTube will be fine, minus and yeah, no, I see what you were saying. Thank you for confirming that $69.99. That is a great deal. That's not expensive at all, especially for the catalog and back catalog of movies and shows. That is a deal that people need to snatch up now before that tremendously goes up to 100 and something later or something like that. But so real quick, the new news that I don't know if you logged into your YouTube today. The changes.
I'm always logged in, but what?
I know, but did you check to see the change about content for kids?
I've heard about that, but what are they saying now?
Okay, it's been talked about now. If you go on there, it shows it and it tells you a little more about it. It already initiated the button only on the YouTube Studio beta. You can't do it on the Creative Studio Classic. It's on the new one. That you have to do one of 3 things. We'll take a second from the Disney Plus talks and the holiday festivities to talk about this, because this is very important for Danny and I, for you guys watching. And yes. All streamers, everybody. YouTubers that do specifically theme park stuff I'm talking to, which includes us. So it's mentioning that if there are kids, anything that pertains to kids, so for example, any characters, that already rules some things out with Disney. I just said the first thing, characters.
At Six Flags because we got Bugs Bunny. I know. I mean,
so they're saying pretty much anything that pertains to what kids would be into has to be. There's a thing in the advanced settings tab that says this content is made for kids. There's another button that says this content is not made for kids. I don't make content for kids. And the last one says per review, meaning those first two you can set your channel to those settings. So your whole channel can be set to one of those two things. I don't make content for kids, and the other one is I do make content for kids. The last one is what I will be doing is per review, meaning per video. If this one's for kids, I'm going to go in myself and manually select that myself. I'm not going to have my whole channel be, even though my whole channel kind of has to be that anyways. Why? Because they're saying our line of work, which is our theme park things, adults can't have fun at theme parks. That's what they're saying. No, that's what they're saying.
Why?
That's what they're saying, that we are supposed to take our kids to the parks and they have fun. They're not for adults. I think that's foolishness. Why? Because a big Giga Coaster, for example, Fury 325,
a kid can't get on that.
You really think a 5-year-old's going to hop on that thing by himself? So what are we doing here, YouTube? What are we doing here? That's not fair. Theme parks aren't for half of our subscribers, our viewers. Shout out to you all. We're older. We're over 13. We're over 13 at least. So they're saying,
is that what the
US
is it saying over 13? 13 and under?
I think 13 is considered adult. Like how they do PG-13, all that stuff with movies and stuff. So pretty much 12 and under is kids. So anything, so if I have a backdrop behind me, right? And I have my pop figures, those are toys.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't have the toys.
So anything in my house is, yeah.
So that's a new thing that they've already.
Here's Leia's ball, like, you know.
It's a ball which kids play with.
It's a toy.
You can't.
But it's a tennis ball.
It's a toy.
I know.
So
well, what about what if I did a for the dog? What am I gonna? Kids like dogs, you know.
If you go to a park and a kid comes up and wants to pet that kid, you might have to edit that out.
That's ridiculous.
If the kid wants to pet Leia, you have to edit that out.
That's ridiculous.
And the thing that bothered me that
because
they
Leia wouldn't let no kid pet her anyway. So
the one thing, Jonathan, it there's no in between, but they're not even sure how they're going to handle this. Is from what I've seen, and Pusa Studios talked about this beforehand. They're not even sure. YouTube's not even sure how they're going to handle this. What is really deemed kids content? Because they have the category YouTube Kids.
Yes,
but also we do theme park content that a lot of kids like theme park content. So
I mean, really,
but it's also
I keep my channel family friendly.
No, I know. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you're not a kid, and that's what they're saying is. So I have a YouTube channel with amazing production, and I do a Mr. Rogers type show. I'm the new Mr. Rogers, but I don't want to go through a network. I want to do my series through YouTube. That's a whole subcategory in its own to do kids type stuff. Or what about the toy unboxings and reviews? Those are massive on YouTube. There's kids doing those. They won't be able to do it anymore? I'm talking about channels, man, that have millions, 15, 20 million subs.
That's also, did you hear that basically they don't want you to eat on YouTube anymore either. So
why is that?
Because promotes like binge eating and things like that.
Mm.
So I can't do this. Like, so
there's just a lot of things. There's just, yeah. There's a lot of changes in, and like Jocelyn said, you can't monetize under. We were reviewing this before the stream.
Yeah.
There's a huge guideline that says if you live stream or if you make videos that is kids based, it said no monetization, no live chat, no super chats, no super stickers, no comments, Danny, you won't be able to comment on people's videos. Comments won't be allowed if it's a kid's YouTube channel, meaning theme parks or whatever. That's what they're saying. So what are we going to have to do?
Did they specifically mention theme parks though?
No, they didn't mention it, but I know specifically the Disney community is going to take a hit. Maybe not the other people like how we do other theme parks, but I really feel the Disney community will most likely take a hit. Think about it. That's which bothers me because again, for those that are going to watch the Imagineering thing with Walt Disney, Walt said that this was meant for everybody, the young and the young at heart. It's meant for everybody, and that doesn't just pertain to Disney. That goes for all theme parks. If you are 88 years old or if you are 8 years old, it's meant for everybody. Disney Digest, what is up? Let me ask you something really quick.
How's it going?
Did you watch anything on Disney Plus, and what do you like so far? Let me know. But welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here and supporting. So, thank you.
Jocelyn's saying they did specifically mention theme parks.
Yeah, that deals with theme parks or characters. Yes, yeah. So a lot of people are going to be taking. I don't know what's going to happen, and also we are a nice big chunk of subculture in the YouTube realm. We really are.
Yep.
Also, Danny, what about gaming? Yep. Gaming's the number 1 media in the world. The number 1. It's bigger than movies. It's bigger than music.
Pull up gaming, and well, here's my thing: is you pull up gaming, and you're gonna find is Fortnite, Call of Duty,
and
Grand Theft Auto,
and,
playing these games, kids playing these games that promote violence and that are rated M. Why are we coming down to
Fortnite's E for everyone,
but it's still violence, it's animated violence.
That's why it blew up, because it's cartoony though. That's why it blew up, because it looks like a cartoon. And hey, Phantasmic Chronicles, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here.
But there's a lot of other games just like that don't look realistic at all.
Yeah, and believe it or not, the biggest game on YouTube is actually Minecraft. Still, it's still Minecraft.
Yeah.
So So
but even that's
an interesting. Mm-hmm.
Even that, look, people go out there. Look at some of the maps that they make on Minecraft. They go and make a Hunger Games map. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And look who maps. It's a bunch of kids going in there playing. Jason and this and that.
It's a whole gray area. They need, like I said, they haven't even figured out how they're going to go about executing these new rules. So sorry guys, for those that just came in, we were talking Disney Plus, which we'll continue to in a second, and we're going to talk about the holidays around Disney with the festivities, but there was a little slither of room where we needed to talk about the new YouTube changes that affect us theme park streamers and YouTubers. And quite frankly, you guys, the wonderful people that make us who we are, the supporters. So there's a new rule coming that's already slithering into effect and also fully going to effect, I think, January 10th. January 10th. So
okay.
That's what we're talking about right now. And it's crazy. Like, so how are people going to go around this? And also, Danny, the people live streaming from the parks, you can't edit that.
Nope.
So what are people going to be? Are people going to be to live stream? Are they going to be doing premieres, like full walkthroughs that are edited and then premiere it, and that's their live stream? Like, what do you do now?
Yeah.
So it's crazy
that's gonna be any live stream. How do you edit any live stream? You know what I mean?
You can't. The only way you can is, oh, there's a kid there. Oh, put the camera down. Let's walk. Let's keep walking. Or a character. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Oh, nope. I can't do a meet and greet. Can't do a meet and greet with Mickey Mouse.
So when we do theme park fit, if there's a kid on the screen, are we going to get nailed on that, even though it's not a live kid?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, we show a kiddie ride geared towards a kid.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
So we will probably only, unless they're clear about this, or the rules aren't as tense as we're thinking, or as their guidelines themselves on the website say. Right now, they're not pro for us. It's not looking too good. But I know we'll survive and we'll find a way. But here's the best way around the new terms that I've heard, and it makes sense. The videos need to be made a little less family friendly. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking, and I'll talk about that. By no means do not include any children. So? Yes, that's what it says. And let me elaborate real quick. So, like Jocelyn said, and like I was mentioning, like I was saying, that if it is about kids, then it won't be monetized. So what Phantasmic Chronicles is saying, and is what I'm going to piggyback on, is you kind of need to make it a little more adult and classify yourself as not for kids. And what that'll do is you'll be able to monetize at that point. So we're going to be hitting up coasters and thrill rides, but what about the Disney people? The Matterhorn bobsleds at Disneyland, or the Incredicoaster, or what different things? Is that what people are going to have to start doing now? Coasters at Disney? Because meet and greets are out the window.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the food thing is now too. Well, then, if you can't eat on stream, how are these cooking channels going to do what they do then too? There's so much things coming. There's a lot of things coming that don't sound good.
Listen to this. YouTube needs to fix, or rather clarify this, because even they aren't 100% sure. So they shouldn't even put it out if they weren't 100% sure. With that being said, I'm looking
at it right now.
Yes.
That they have up, and it's just a damn video, and that's it. There's nothing else to it but a video.
There's text. There's text too. You can find it.
Oh, for me,
go to your YouTube, then go to YouTube Studio Beta. It should pop up in blue at the top, and then click that. It should be able to tell you everything that I'm talking about. In fact, while we're talking, I might be able to pull it up myself so you guys can see what I'm saying.
I was trying to find it for it too.
It's scary. It's scary in a way.
I have the video.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this up for you guys. What are your thoughts on this, people? Because this is nerve-wracking, to be honest with you.
It is. Like,
it's nerve-wracking for us that we're doing this. Phantasmic Chronicles said, I sat down and read some of the great language in the new terms, but too much to text in. It's interesting language that will help us. Okay, good, because I do need to dive into it, because Yeah, we need clarification, because the way they put it was like, here you guys go, we're gonna, ease you into this, and that's gonna be it. They need to be clear.
I think I think those of us that are in here right now,
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have a problem. I think what we're doing, we're not gonna have a problem. I think what they should have done, instead of saying, they should add another tab in there that says
Okay.
family friendly channel. I think that's what they
Right.
should have did. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you could be a kids channel. You can gear things towards kids, do it creepy, you know, or you can
Right.
still do something like we do and say we're a family friendly channel, but not necessarily have things all the time, but we're not going to be where a kid can't watch our stuff.
Right. 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 Jonathan, yes, it does affect everybody. It does, but what I'm specifically saying with this is we do theme parks, or we do other things like, well, Danny and I do.
Yeah.
But say those that are particularly theme parks. So you guys love both of our theme park stuff. We go do those events or go to the parks. What can we show? Or we definitely can't go into the Looney Tunes area, the kids area. For sure, we can't go through there. So no rides, no bucket blasters.
Go to Stone Mountain. You can't go to Stone Mountain Holiday because there's gonna be kids everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm not, and that's not even a theme park. That's just a state park, a national park here in Georgia, where they do holiday lights. I can't go to the botanical gardens because there's going to be kids there.
Yeah.
I can't go to the Natural History Museum, or I can't go to Washington D.C. and do a video in downtown D.C. at the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum because there's kids there.
Yeah. Yeah. But Phantasmic Chronicles, you should definitely do that live stream. I would definitely love that and would join in on that. 100%.
Yeah, no, honestly, that would be awesome if you did that. I would love to see that.
Okay, look at this on the screen. Everybody, check this out. This is what I was talking about in the advanced settings tab. This right here. So you go to the advanced setting tab. It says, yes, set this channel. This is for the channel settings. Okay, and then I'll also click this right here so we can go over it. It's do you want to set your channel as made for kids? Yes, set this channel as made for kids. I always upload content that's made for kids. Or no, set this channel as not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. By the way, that sounds a little like, I don't know, like harsh the way that's said. I don't know why they had it like that, but I'm talking about the terms, but that's weird. And then real quick, the last one, I want to review the setting for every video. That's what I want to do, because I may have a kid-friendly type video and I'm going to select it as that. Or I'm going to go to Fright Fest and it's not for kids. I want to be able to review my content. That's what I'm saying.
Now, is this a one-time set change type of deal?
I think you can change it. Here we go. Everybody take a look at this. Are you reading this? So, subject matter. When deciding whether or not your channel or video is made for kids, you should consider various factors. Subject matter of the video. So, educational content for preschoolers. That's just an example. Children are your intended or actual audience. So, that's where they're going to get us at the beginning. At point 2, they're talking about theme parks where kids go to. Okay, so whether the video includes child actors or models, whether the video so by the way, so somebody live streams or does a video of the haunted house of Stranger Things. It has kids in it playing the kids.
Yeah.
They can't do it. Child actors. That's crazy.
Ridiculous. Like it's like a catch-22.
Yeah, yeah. Hey AJC, how's it going tonight? Welcome
Hey
and thank you
JC,
for
what's
joining
going on?
us. We're just discussing. We're taking a break from the Disney Plus talk and the holiday festivities and talking about something quite important, which is the new terms of service, the new changes that are happening about. So, yeah, yeah.
I almost called it something where what it was totally not. I was also like, yeah, the new child labor laws,
It's kind of what it is. That's kind of
It,
what they're
I,
pinpointing. Like,
I
call it
know.
what it is. Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see this? Yeah, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about. Sorry, guys. I thought I had it on the stream, on the screen. But here, the subject matter, you guys can see it here. Whether it's for children, whether the video includes child actors, whether the video includes characters, celebrities. So if I go to an Epcot festival and they're performing as music, I can't watch that, or characters Disney or Mickey Mouse, whoever, toys that appeal to children. So any Disney pop figures are out the question. Animated characters or
Right.
cartoons, nope.
And well, any
Whether the
pop figures,
language,
because pop figures are considered toys.
you're right. You're right.
Any collectibles that I have are all toys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Really crazy.
Uh-huh. Whether the video includes songs, stories, or poems for children.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, because at Fright Fest during the day they play, the Purple People Eater. That's a child
Yeah.
song.
Yeah. Because for Fright Fest, it's for the daytime's for kids for trick or treating.
Yep.
And then it says, how old is a kid? The age of a kid, I love how they did that, is under the age of 13. But depending on where you live, it may be higher in other countries. So, yeah. So all this is about the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, so COPA. So that's all this is. That's affecting different things. So, yeah.
What major incident spiked all this? That's what I want to know.
That's what I'm wondering, for one. Two, what was it, last year, the Logan Paul thing where he went through the suicide forest. A lot of kids watched that, and he showed a dead body. I feel like that started the change of things. And also, I just feel like, those people should lose their channels and we shouldn't be affected by it. But
No,
this is
exactly. It should be judged stuff out. And it's that, like, there's that kind of stuff should not be on YouTube, period. I'm sorry.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, you clickbait content and you doing yeah.
Right. And YouTube wants to monitor, police things for the wrong reason. But they won't police
But from
things
what I
like
see,
that.
it says that it's showing like the government is, has a part in this too. So they're trying to control YouTube. Probably getting too big. But Phantasmic Chronicles, but I would love for you to do a stream and, we could talk about this to further, engage in this.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm just trying to catch up on chat a bit.
But they won't do nothing about people with special needs and stuff online. I can go and film somebody with special needs and put and not have anything happen, and I'll get paid for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can sit here and bash everybody, with special needs, ever, and it'll be okay because it's adult content.
Seems like being bad wins. The good guy finishes last. But yes, Jonathan.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's for younger kids. It's always mixed, and yeah, that would be an issue. And then for sure, kids are going to find a way to watch anything. They now have phones at like the age of 2. They're going to watch anything. These kids have iPads, guys. They're going to watch anything. These kids know
I
to
go
hack
into
their
the
leak
supermarket.
files.
I go into the supermarket and I see a kid sitting in the stroller or in the carriage cart on their parents' phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's also to the point where, I'm sorry, like the parents need to stop how to do these things because now you got the parents walking around the supermarket blasting their music out their phone like it's nothing to
Listen,
like.
these kids have a better Angry Birds score than I do at the age of 3. They can
I
dominate
know,
Angry Birds and I can't. But yes,
I
Jocelyn, that's
know.
probably right. The Momo challenge, which was a huge like mishap in the system. Do you know about that, Danny?
The Momo challenge. Yeah.
Do you know about it? How it really would
I
only
was
affect
expecting to
like
see I was expecting to see a lot of Momos at MomoCon, and I was kind of disappointed I didn't.
right. But kids would be watching their shows, and then it would just pop up, that scary doll, and it would scare people. So yeah. Yeah.
But you got to be
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
special type of person to do that, though. I'm sorry, you got to be some kind of special person
Yeah,
to
yeah,
put a kid
to pinpoint
and do
kids.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a terrible human being, and that's that. What's coming for you is coming for you. But yes, probably some mom or suicidal incident, and that's what I was talking about. The Logan Paul thing early on, I think early
Yep.
last year. He started the year by doing something stupid, wrapping around suicide thing, and that was in January of 2018. He started the year off bad. So
Yeah.
yes,
And then that
and
whole
then yes,
Slenderman thing, the whole Slenderman
yes, yes,
and
yes,
girls probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yeah.
Come on.
Where it was the children, yeah, yeah, the storytelling thing that was streamed on YouTube shows that yes, that's true. So it's just so many different issues. While some of it does end up on YouTube, people should also have some sense of as to what they're watching. That's true, but kids are impressionable, man. Kids want to, even though it says don't
The
watch this,
parents
or
the parents should know what their kid is watching.
man, I understand
I'm
that.
sorry.
I understand that. But that's what they're trying to control. That there is now a whole category. How there's YouTube gaming, that's a whole subcategory. There's a subcategory called YouTube Kids now. So if
Yeah.
we make content outside YouTube Kids, theme park stuff, toy unboxings, whatever, or again, it's true. If you do a thing with drones and then you overlook a beach and there's a kid in a bathing suit at a beach, but you're just trying to get the
Oh,
aerial view of the water.
But what in the toy?
It is that too. But that the drone thing in tech, so to speak, has a gray area to it because it's tech. And tech is mainly actually for adults. But if I do a drone, that might be an interesting topic. So there's a lot of issues here that's coming about. And I just wanted to share that with you all because that affects a lot of us going on. We don't
I
know
have a
how in
feeling.
the
I have a feeling we're going to see, maybe not like immediately, but other YouTube pop up.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. That's the next segue. It has to happen. If YouTube is serious about this and there's not a silver lining at the end of this, it leaves all the room in the world for another YouTube. And guess what? We need another YouTube. We need another YouTube. excuse me, let me elaborate a little bit further on that. If you guys are aware of streaming outside of YouTube, so other services such as Twitch dominated the market until recently. I'm sure you guys have heard of a guy named Ninja, probably one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, slash the biggest
jerks in the world.
Well, this guy was bought out for millions of dollars by Mixer, which is Microsoft's company, their streaming service. So he went over there and then they got a huge boost. I like that for one reason. Ad competition. Yep. It's just like Disney's a huge conglomerate. Well, the biggest conglomerate in the world actually right now is Amazon. Guess who owns Twitch, the biggest streaming service? Amazon bought it. They're richer than rich. Yep. We know that. Yep. So what I'm saying with other streaming services is there's Twitch. There's now YouTube Gaming is grown and become a force as an independent streaming service. There's Caffeine TV. There's Mixer. And there might be one more. But
well, and here's the thing is only one that monetized with is YouTube. There's YouTube. Other services out there that you get super chats right away. There, you know,
yep. Or there's a way you can link your streaming
services that let you pull in other people like we are right now.
Yeah.
And drop on. Like anybody in the chat can just jump into our stream if they wanted to and then jump out, you know, without us even inviting them.
You can, the cool thing about that is with those other streaming services, you can have ads. So when people first join in the live stream, an ad can pop up for 30 seconds. I get money off of that. I get revenue. Yep. You guys support me unless you have ad blocker on. And then, you know, the streamer doesn't get any revenue. Or I could sit here right now and say, guys, we'll take a quick break real quick. And then I can play an ad. There's other platforms right now that can control their revenue. There will be, guys, there will be and needs to be another YouTube. Why? We need competition because if YouTube goes down, some of us won't have an income outside of sponsorships, outside of merchandise sales, outside of things like that.
Yeah.
They won't make money.
YouTube is a necessity in life right now. And
it is. It's massive. It's massive. There's billions and billions of people that watch this more than TV. I know I find myself getting lost. There's different things I'm interested in outside of this I like to watch.
I'm at work. I know. If I need to find something out, not for watching at work.
Oh yeah.
If I need to find something out about something I'm working on, how to turn something off or whatever. How do I do this? You know, it used to be Google, but Google goes and takes you to YouTube. You know,
it's true because YouTube was its own entity, and then Google bought it out. Because I remember seeing you used to scroll over, and it would say video. It's at the very end. It wasn't even an important thing. It said video, and then it had like the Google like media player thing, and it wasn't big time. YouTube was its own thing.
And now it's
and YouTube
all image or video. Yeah.
Yes. Good point. The problem with Twitch and Mixer is they do not host videos. It's all live streaming. That's true. But there is a creative way I thought about this is I could premiere you guys a video on YouTube. I can show you guys my screen like I do on here. I can show you guys my screen of a video and then play the video for you. And I can leave that up in my on Twitch on a VOD, video on demand. And you guys can watch my catalog of videos that I want you guys to see. So there is a creative way that you can do YouTube-like things on there. Might I add, I can play music on there. I can play movies on Twitch and Mixer, and it won't be flagged. Like, guys, you guys don't know this, but Danny knows this. When we did that live stream, Theme Park Fix, the Rye Playland one, I got flagged on that. A copyright strike, not a bad one, but I got a copyright strike of visual, not for audio, for playing the Mariah Carey music video. I got a visual copyright strike. I didn't even know that existed. And plus, I said in the stream, I'm playing this Mariah Carey video from that show's Riot Playland. I actually spoke. I can't put it in there and say, hey, this is, I could have, I guess, typed that in there and said Mariah Carey, whatever music video, Riot Playland, whatever. But that's a lot. I purposely,
and how, you know,
an algorithm. It's all algorithm based. You can actually appeal that and stuff, but their appeal process sucks in a weird way because you're not going to win them all. But yeah.
And it's a possibility where if you appeal it, the owner of whatever you used can be like, well, I don't want that up there. Have them take it down.
There's a lot of control on other people's stuff. Yeah. Jonathan said, flip side, YouTube stream videos and chat also is a good point to know when people are doing bad, which helps, which helps with signs of hatred, racism, suicidal tendencies, and so forth. That's true. That's true. YouTube, other places like how we're talking about with streaming Twitch and stuff like that, the thing that sucks is if you promote that out there like something bad, racist, or suicidal, it takes a while before it's caught. I think YouTube is pretty quick with that, with their terms of service.
Nah. Quicker is Facebook. Anybody on Facebook Live doing all that stuff?
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's true.
Facebook flags it real quick. They send you a message. Hey, Facebook himself will send you a. Are you okay? Here, do you need help? Like, you know.
Yeah. And I do agree with that because they're
on YouTube where a viewer, and be like, I think this person needs help. You know.
No, you can flag it, but then it's going to go under review for a couple of days. You're right. YouTube is quick with it, where people can flag it, and Twitter's like that too. Flag it, and it can be taken down if it's a lot of stuff that says hatred things or racial tweets. It goes down pretty quickly. In that, thank you for bringing up Facebook, because Facebook's another. We already know they're a huge monster, but as far as their streaming. Their streaming service is becoming really big as well. YouTube streaming, Facebook streaming is becoming really big. So that's another thing. So that's what I'm saying. YouTube needs some competition, guys. It needs some fire lit up, because if you stay stagnant, you can't grow. If nobody is putting a fire up under you.
Problem with Facebook is you can't really make money off of it.
There's ways. People are doing it.
There's ways, but it's a lot harder. YouTube makes it easy for somebody to put the work in and become monetized.
If we're talking of the two,
something like
we're talking about multiple platforms, I would probably say Twitch. Twitch is the best platform right now, as far as to get paid. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I quit cable TV, watch news from stations free on. That's true. And then also there's people doing YouTube news shows that are like legit casted, legit organized, set up, all that stuff. Yes. So the plain fact that people are doing that, which that's what I was talking about. I like, so remember what I was saying, if I were doing a Mr. Rogers type of show and I didn't want to do it through a corporation, a company, I could do it through YouTube. Then that's then I guess that's a problem. But you're right. You can get everything. All those shows, I can watch anything that you can find on TV through either Fire Stick or YouTube. I don't need anything else. I don't. But man, thank you guys so much for being here and the engagement.
Cody, that's awesome. Cody.
Yeah. That's all you need. But so about that, there's just an interesting gray area for us, Danny, and other people in the stream. There's a gray area for us as far as what we're going to do if this is as serious as it sounds. If it's as serious as it sounds. So are they going to clear this up? Are they going to specify? And also they said if you don't categorize your content right, you will be faced with like government serious issues, legal issues, and your stuff will be taken down. So if I say this Fright Fest video, it's for kids, and then there's this terrible jump scare or a zombie or something, it could get reviewed and flagged, and then boom, no more Miguel the annual pass holder. So that they need to clarify that, because theme parks are not just for kids. They're not. So yeah.
For kids.
That's true. Phantasmic on. Let me look at that really quick while we're chatting. But guys, let us know your thoughts on this. What are you unclear about? We can figure this out together tonight. We can dig into it a little bit more while we're in this little window of topic. Any thoughts that you guys have on this subject? Let's see.
I think this really does need to be dug into a little more.
I agree. I 100% agree that it does.
I mean, a gut feeling is telling me I don't think it's going to be as bad as we think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look at copyrights and stuff like that. You remember when copyrights were like everybody was like, oh my gosh, all my stuff's going to get a strike and this and honestly, it's really not as bad as we made it to be. Well, look, I get it. You taking somebody else's work and putting it up constantly, taking, Metallica Enter Sandman and putting it into all your openings or whatever. And you know what I mean? Like, the artists don't like that,
But it was so much deeper than that, though. It wasn't copywritten like that during that era. It was like, I've had on my other YouTube channel, my gaming one, I had videos flagged. I was able to monetize at a certain point before YouTube changed all these rules. And stuff was getting flagged because of they didn't like it, a certain game, because it had a certain topic that offended people in a certain country. It wasn't racist, but it was like sensitive stuff, I guess, that we don't go through over here that they did or they do. I don't know.
Like Call of Duty when they were in Afghanistan.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. A lot of people had problems. I know Medal of Honor was another one that people had big issues trying to get up on online also because of the place that the video game took. Yeah. I get it. But it's a video game. But at the same time, YouTubers to video game channels.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. It's the number one market. It's the number one market.
Look at what it takes to members or whatever on your channel, on your, you know what I'm talking.
You've seen it. You know what that is?
The members takes like 100 subscribers, 1,000 to 100,000 subscribers for like really.
Yeah. And Phantasmic, check your DM on Instagram. I responded. But yes, the YouTube member thing, what that is, that's the same thing that Twitch has with their members. So by the way, to subscribe on Twitch is literally a mixture of two things. It is a mixture of YouTube, live streaming, that is, and it is a mixture of Patreon. So the two things together, you got Twitch.
Yep.
And I think that's an interesting, cool thing, because you subscribe for minimum $5 a month you subscribe to the streamer and support them, which is awesome because, guys, for real, funding these adventures and things costs money. So helping out the content creator is an amazing thing. So there's multiple ways to help out. So if the person has merchandise, or if they say they are monetized, watch all the ads. Watch the ads at least and help the streamer or YouTuber out. So that's a good way to support, and also super chats or donations, whatever. But that's a good thing that Twitch has going for them in other services. Yeah. Noah, have a good night. Watch the Imagineering story. Yeah, definitely. And let me know what you think of that show.
But as Phantasmic said before, was with Twitch.
Speaking of Phantasmic.
Hi guys.
Hey,
welcome.
What's going on?
As you can see, I've gotten no farther with my studio yet.
Oh, I see that. I love it though.
You know, it's retro post-apocalyptic chic.
I like it. It works.
Oh, you need one thing behind you.
What's that? A lamp?
Fallout shelter. No, Fallout shelter sign.
Oh, you know what? I probably the Borderlands. Put a Borderlands back here.
Yeah.
Put a Fallout shelter sign back here.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
No, like the old school, like yellow signs, the old Fallout shelter signs.
Oh, for like the nuclear Fallout. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's all you need is that sign on the wall back there. You'll be fine.
Right.
These terms of service, they've actually simplified it. You know, when you go to these terms of service, and it's like 800 pages long. This here, I mean, it came up as one page. So I took the time and I read it, and I went to the policy, and there's where it got long-winded. But long story short, they are changing the policy of, they're putting a lot more onus on the people subscribing to channels as adults.
Okay.
Basically, if you read the wording in it, you're saying that if I allowed my children, which I do, to watch the channels that I'm subscribed to, I'm taking that onus on myself.
Okay.
That if they see anything that they shouldn't be seeing, it's on me. It's not on YouTube, which in turn, I think is going to reflect back on you guys and other people like us. That, you know what, if we do happen to be in a park and we do a meet and greet, okay, I'm a Disney fan. I'm 45 years old. You know, it should be okay to show that to other people my age.
Right.
You know, you look at people, especially your big live streamers, like Josh and Jenna, like
that's who I had in mind. That's the number one person I had in mind.
You know, they like, especially with Devin. Devin is a huge meet and greet guy.
Correct.
There's nobody that I've ever met that's bigger into meeting the characters than he is. So he does a lot of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at here is they're basically saying, we understand you're over 13. In turn, if you're going to allow your 6-year-old child to sit there with you or even use your account to watch this, it's on you now. Because what happened was, I don't know if you guys seen any of the articles or any of the video feeds of what the government basically said about YouTube. What happened is if you watch some of the ads, like if you're watching a Disney thing, sometimes it'll be a toy for a 6-year-old come up.
Yep.
So they got fined millions of dollars. So they're in turn, they're not just covering their butt, they're covering their entire body with this new language.
Correct.
Okay. So, I mean, it's very simple what it says on there. And if you just go right to their terms of service site, I mean, it literally, you don't have to scroll up and down or anything. It's all right there on one page. But if you go to their privacy policy and click on it, it's a little more in depth.
Right.
So I thought it was neat to read the language on it, because YouTube is looking to lose a lot more money than people like me and you are. You know, if they lose people like imagine they lose someone like the Trackers.
Yeah, that's
they're creeping up on 800,000.
Yeah.
So the Trackers are bringing in, according to Social Blade, 800,000 a year.
Yeah,
it's probably more with all the sponsorships
and merchandise and other stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So you think about it, think of the little bit they make off of it. Mm-hmm. Think about someone like Josh and Jenna who do a lot of live streaming and all the super chats. That's 30% of every super chat going to YouTube that they're potentially going to lose.
Yeah.
So they don't want to.
And YouTube really probably like, it's Friday night, it's Monday night, you know.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, and
there's a lot of in that stream every Friday, and they're big amount.
And
3,000
and well deserved. Josh, his right arm's got to be twice as big as his left.
It has to be to hold that from like 6 to some nights midnight, 6 hours. That's it's a lot.
So you think about it. If they raise $1,000 in a night, that's $300 to YouTube. And think about everybody across the platform that's live all the time, all these gamers. Here's what I think really needs to happen.
Yeah.
How many times have you finished watching a video and you look down below and it's a 6-year-old with a video posted? Why should a 6-year-old have any videos posted? Now, if my kids happen to come in, if you wish to put your children in it, that's your choice, but it should be your channel.
Right.
It shouldn't be 6-year-old Katie over here with her own channel.
Right. And that's what I was thinking about. I think it's Ryan's Toy Review. That kid's channel has like 20 million subscribers on YouTube.
Is that the guy with the 2 little girls?
No, Ryan is a little boy. But the parents run that channel, but everything's around him and his toy
10 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah. And he has 20 and what was it? Last year or 2 years ago, he had the biggest channel on YouTube as far as growth. Obviously, PewDiePie, we know, has the most subs, but as far as like growth and stuff, he had the highest as a little kid. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? But yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah. Now, see, I don't have any problem with a kid doing it if the parent is okay with it. I mean,
correct.
Look at the movies out. I mean, if you're fine putting your child in a movie, then you should be okay letting your child do something on YouTube. And this is where I'm at an age, I'm not going to get political, but it's just a quick statement. I don't know where I vote anymore because I used to be way over here on the left, very liberal, but I'm finding myself more and more right wing because I don't want all these lefties in everything that I'm doing.
Okay.
It should be up to us as capitalists to work with YouTube, who's a capitalist company, to work between ourselves. And it's our responsibility to stay within the guidelines of keeping our channel okay for the people that allow their kids to watch it, because we want them coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a responsibility thing on everybody's end.
I agree. I mean, with that 100%.
Realistically, if you actually go through YouTube's terms and policies and you say you do your terms here, half of these channels that you come across violate everything YouTube wants you to be a place. Realistically, is when it comes down to it.
Yeah, they started to truly shift to that. Yeah,
you get,
but a lot of the bigger YouTubers are not.
Exactly, and that's that. PewDiePie, he's not family friendly. Things like that. Realistically, no. Some of these celebrities out here, they don't keep it family friendly. But it's whatever rappers and it's okay because he's famous. Well,
what's the guy that did all the Kit Kat commercials and now he does Doritos? He has that hat that says number 3 on it. Is his name Chance?
Chance the Rapper. Yeah,
that's what he was. He was a YouTube rapper. Now he's huge.
Yeah, but he's still the cool thing about him, which I was saying, he's independent still. He's not on a major label, and that's what YouTube was. We are all still independent, and we're trying to, like, people who do shows, like you're saying with Chance the Rapper, like, let me put my stuff on YouTube. I don't need to go through a major label, or let me put my stuff on SoundCloud. I don't need to be signed. I can book my own shows. I can do all that stuff. I don't need the man. So
And that's where we're going. And there's a little bit of that. It's like, why is the price of gas so much? Why is the government stepping in so hard with YouTube? Well, you got major corporations that are billion-dollar companies that are walking through the lobbies of Congress and saying, hey, Joe Schmo over here is making as much as my $1 million rapper over here. And I'm spending a lot of money putting his CDs out and putting stuff out on iTunes and everything else. And here's this guy that is probably as talented as him without all the fancy stuff I got to put money into. What can you do to stop this? Because that 1% wants to stay the 1%.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to be in the 1%. I just want a little piece of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
That's all I see is it's definitely the government, which is true, getting in the mix of it and controlling the waves like they did with cable. And that's interesting how they can do that, though.
And realistically, look at the YouTube algorithm. Look what it's promoting. A lot of it's promoting all this videos that you don't want your kids to see. Yeah, like the PewDiePie. The PewDiePie came up. You're gonna tell me YouTube doesn't pick and choose who they want, that people coming back to these channels to see, who are they going to fight with next? You know, it's always channels like that are doing that, because YouTube is going to make money off of those people coming back to those videos because there's ads in there. And YouTube's getting a cut on that. They're fighting with somebody, get them up to the top.
It's like reality TV. Like how, if you guys don't know, this past weekend there was a big fight between KSI, which is a big YouTuber, and Logan Paul. Had a boxing match that was sold out, that was bigger than some professional boxers. This was the second fight they had that they got something over $1 million each from this thing.
So to see two guys that are scared of each other flailing in the ring made more money than two guys that have worked their whole life.
Two gamers fighting each other. Yeah. Yeah. So, two video gamers fighting each other. That's great.
But think about this. You're having fights that are organized by YouTubers on YouTube.
Yeah.
That you can, might I add, you can select if you want to donate to it or pay for the fight, or you could just easily watch it for free. But they still had the option for you to pay for it, like it's pay-per-view. And people watch this thing. It's sold out, and it was cheaper to put this together than going through other realms to get a boxing match together on HBO.
Yeah, and the money you got to pay to sanctioning committees, the money you got to pay to get in the venue.
Yes.
These guys just jumped in the gym and says, "Hey, will you punch me? I'll punch you a few times, and let's cash a big paycheck."
And best believe those guys are saying, "Hey, I'm gonna win this one, so we can have a third fight. So maybe you can win that next one, which could lead to a fourth fight." Best believe they're coordinating who's winning this, so you can capitalize on more revenue.
It's YouTube WWE.
11,000 viewers. 11,000 viewers for that fight.
Thank you. That's crazy. That's crazy. And best believe people are going to watch the playback of it. So that's going to grow.
And that's the beauty of YouTube is, like, we're here and you've been doing, you're at 1 hour and 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Now people are going to come in and they're going to watch a bit here. They're going to watch a bit there, and you make something off of that eventually. Mm-hmm. And you know, these guys are like, well, what kind of ads can we get in there? What kind of sponsors can we get for it? You know, and every time that sponsor is mentioned, they're writing a paycheck.
So true. Yeah.
And then
anybody want to punch me in the face?
Ed Sheeran was at that fight too.
That's crazy. Like, what do we? Seriously, some of these YouTubers are big. They're having meet and greets. They're having merchandise in stores. For example, FaZe Clan, which is a big gaming
oh God.
team. Yes, they branched out into other type of entertainment, and they're now affiliated, sponsored with major soccer teams overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Like YouTubers, guys. YouTubers are now affiliated with Manchester United.
But they didn't start off as YouTubers. All they did was start as MLG gaming competitors.
I know, but we can talk a whole nother stream about gaming, how that and esports, how that's blown up. That's a huge other thing. But just solely about YouTube, it's people are rock stars now. People are rock stars. They're bigger than movie. Like that's what The Rock's on YouTube now. The Rock has an active YouTube channel. Will Smith is vlogging like crazy. By the way, his content's actually good. I like his content. He's really fun.
I haven't checked out any of it.
You haven't checked out Will Smith's content?
No.
Oh, please do.
Him
I'm gonna
and The Rock.
I gotta branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
The Rock, I mean, but they don't vlog themselves. They have a cameraman. They hired camera people. So, and obviously editors and all that stuff. So they have, it's pretty much behind the scenes of their life stuff, but it's really good. So definitely check that out. Yeah, everybody's getting into it now. Cam Newton, the football player, quarterback, has an active YouTube channel now where he.
Hopefully, it's not for fashion.
Oh, it's terrible. He does little. It's terrible. He does daily stuff. Like he had a video with Mr. Beast. You guys know Mr. Beast, right?
Yeah, that dude makes a lot of money on YouTube right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That man can put up a video and it instantly has 3 million views in 24 hours.
Less than that in an hour.
Yeah, his stuff is his gains are crazy, but he spends a lot of that money he gets back. Like he spends it a lot on
it back to the community.
No, he does, and I respect that because, like, say he'll go to a restaurant and he'll sit there and be like, "Oh, can I have a drink of water?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, that's it," and then he'll tip like $100,000. It's pretty impressive. So shout out to him with that.
Buy everybody's dinner in the restaurant, you know.
Yeah, he did. He did Six Flags at St. Louis, and he bought everything on the Midway games. He bought every stuffed animal, everything. But thinking about people like that, to get back on track, he does a lot of stuff that could be kid friendly, and that's going to be a guy that will take a major hit because he does a lot of fun videos that kids run to.
And nothing in his videos is never or violent.
So it's all kid. It's all kid friendly. What about those guys, Dude Perfect, that do the trick shots? Hey, that has a ball in it, like Danny, you were talking about, like shooting, basketballs or something that has, stuff that kids like. So who's going to be hit in this whole epidemic?
See, that's where I think that you guys, the Disney vloggers, I think that in the beginning, it's going to be it's springtime. I want to get in the pool. I want to dip my toe in and see how cool it is. And you're going to see as the ones that are a little more adventurous and aren't afraid to rebuild are going to take those big chances, and we're going to see that it's going to be okay. I'm not saying I'm going to run out and grab my camera and go film a bunch of kids at the school and say, "Hey, check out my vlog." I'm not that dumb.
Right.
Well,
right.
You got to ask my wife that. She's got a different opinion sometimes. But I think if we stick together through all this,
I agree.
And we just continue to do what we're doing. I mean, the three of us sitting here, we can say family friendly all we want, but the second we say a 4-letter bomb, it instantly changes the whole game.
Yeah. So
it may be a matter of walking into a park and ordering a beer.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
So say like at Epcot, people do the drinking around the world. You won't be able to do that. You won't be able to do that because you are at Disney, family friendly. You are a family friendly channel, but now you're on the verge of being drunk. And there you have it. That's it.
Yeah, that's where's, the government. If you watch the video, and I can't remember the congressman's name, but he says there will be no gray areas. It is black or it is white.
It's gray right now.
Well, I say they're saying it's not up to us to figure it out for you.
Right.
If you are a YouTube personality, it's up to you to learn the rules and follow them.
Right.
Well, if you're not going to explain it very well to YouTube, so YouTube's lawyers can explain it very well to the masses, because ultimately, if you're monetized, you're technically a contracted employee of Google LLC.
You're right, and I never really thought about that. You're right. You're right.
If you went to work for the city where you live in as a contracted worker and they paid you piecework, at the end of the year, you're going to get a 1099, just like you're going to get from YouTube. So YouTube has to take some onus on themselves to not only protect them, but to protect their contracted employees.
Right.
So, and YouTube so far has kind of tiptoed around it all and basically said, okay, here's what the government said. Here's what you have to do. We're just going to be over here covering ourselves.
Right.
But I think that's where that very basic language makes it so much better than a long drawn out form letter saying you, we, and us, and do this, that, and the other. Here it is. You subscribe to YouTube. You put your name out there. You're going to watch YouTube stuff. If your children are under 13 and you choose not to put them on YouTube Kids, it's on you now.
Correct. Yeah. Because there is a whole category for YouTube Kids. Yeah.
Yep. And see, that only came about because of people that were putting out all the, what's his name, Ryan's Toys.
Yeah.
That is the reason why there's YouTube Kids. Because if you go to YouTube's, and here's something else that I heard another YouTuber say, and I can't remember who it was. Check out YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
Type your channel name in.
Okay.
If your name does not come up, then you're in the clear.
Wait.
Because
so your name does not come up in
if your channel does not come up in YouTube Kids, then you are creating content that YouTube is saying is not appropriate for YouTube Kids, because those kids are supposed to be watching from the age of 12 years and 364 days. Correct. They are not to have an account.
Correct.
And that's like, I'm guilty. My kids have a YouTube channel that's under my name and it says Kids at the end, because two of my boys do not live with me. They live with their mother. So when they are at their mom's, if they want to watch like Dev or Resort TV 1, and they would like to say hi to them because they are huge fans.
Correct.
They can log into that and they can do it. And then, because I do know Dev, and I've gotten to know a lot of the people in the YouTube community. They'll say, be like, hey, that's Tony's kids. Hey, how you doing? Because that's what a kid wants more than to watch it. They want to know.
They want to say hello, and then nothing makes people happier than saying hey back. Like, by the way, welcome Carl to the stream, and good morning to where you are. And yes, like Jonathan said, it's night here. So, but happy good morning to you. But yes, people like to be responded to, and I love it. And especially like you're saying, a young fan like looking up to like their hero, so to speak. Like, say if somebody loves Dev, and like a lot of people do, and they're not watching TV like that, they love him for what he does, and they're huge fans. And if they type in the chat, hello,
you got Tim Tracker, Adam the Woo, people like this.
might go live like that.
I'm not saying they go live, but they produce enough content where families literally go to the park and try to
find them. It's a whole thing.
They wear matching T-shirts for Tim Tracker to go there just to get that photo when the kids and everything, the babies and everything, all wearing the same shirt to go meet Tim Tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
an F-bomb or anything else like that, but yet such an influence on whole families.
That's true. And here's the thing, and he tries to keep his life very private, understandably so.
That's
and
true.
A lot of the YouTubers do, and you take someone, and here's two examples. Tim and his wife, and Josh Nelson and his wife. When he moved for his job, he was very quiet about what it was. Now, I don't know that people knew where he was living. Devins ran into the same problem. Roommates and stuff telling people where he lived.
Where people waited outside and found out where he lived, and he had to call police.
Yeah, and that's scary.
Yeah.
But, you almost invite that into your life when you do this. And I'm not saying that it was right that person did that to Dev, but
I say
you got to be careful with your friends.
I live in Atlanta. That's right. I live in Atlanta. Well, you don't know where I like.
Because there's Atlanta is a huge there's just like how in Orlando there's different areas. Like you could be in Kissimmee, you could be in wherever. But you'll just say Orlando as a whole. Just like you'll say Atlanta as a whole, but there's different places that
Man, I wish I said either of those places.
Miguel's heard me. People come up to me. They're like, oh, where are you from? Oh, Atlanta area. I'm from Atlanta, on the I-20 side of Atlanta. That's it.
All right.
You've heard me, Miguel.
What's
the times in the park?
Yeah, it happens. What's the temperature like there?
It's 18.
18.
And that,
all right, so you're probably
down to 10
you're 8 degrees. You're 8 degrees colder than we are right now in Atlanta, honestly.
Really?
It's
like
cold 23 degrees here.
It's still colder.
Yeah.
8 degrees is a lot. I'm cold.
That is a big difference, but
Jonathan, you're absolutely right.
In Atlanta.
Yeah. Preston McDevitt and Gigi from Randy and Dave's channel. Yeah. I mean, she does good stuff.
Yep.
And she's fun to watch from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Zip's son.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
I just realized that's who they were talking about. Yeah. PJ. He's on there a lot with him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Jonathan says YouTubers have to reserve some of their personal info to themselves. I did as a cameraman who regularly was on camera for many comedic beat, but okay. That's true. Definitely true. You do need there are some people who literally do go live every day. There's some people that don't hide anything. That share every aspect. There's a YouTuber that showed he had a kidney stone and he went to the hospital and had the camera there, and I'm like, too personal. And also, you're in great pain.
Never would do that.
If you're in great pain, turn the camera off. You can miss a day.
Well, there are people that don't think that they can take a minute away.
No, not at all. It's life. They need it. It's an extension of your hand. That camera is a part of their lives.
What did I tell you?
And they need it.
Miguel, what did I tell you 2 weeks ago? Dude, my camera's away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. But people would not do that. They will have that camera set up and say, hey, home vlog, I'm doing this, and that. I need content. It is a weird kind of yeah, but people, they have a whole audience that people love to see their home vlogs. to see what the home is like, especially with the baby right now. They want to see that growth.
Yeah.
They want to be there for it, even though, as you two know, they had huge, like, unruly, disrespectful backlash when they announced the pregnancy. That was terrible to see. Like, the comments were just horrible with a lot of people that were saying negative things. But with that much success, there's going to be a lot of trolls.
Yep.
I mean, we've all dealt with trolls, and we're not that big. So imagine that, like, seeing these comments, like, as Dev has racial comments.
Oh, as a moderator, you got to see some of the things we see.
I know.
Yeah, they've gotten through because, when YouTube did their app update here a couple months ago, it used to be you could moderate from your phone. The chat was just as quick as it was on a laptop.
Oh, wow.
So at least on my Samsung it was. I don't know about other phones, but now there's a lag. It comes up on my TV, and my TV is 7 seconds behind my phone.
Right.
But my video on my phone is actually faster than my laptop or my TV.
Correct.
Yeah. And then some of the stuff, and we were all moderating from my phone one night, and it's like, and some of the stuff was coming through, and it's like,
was that the one from Epcot?
I'm trying to remember.
There was one more so recently that it was like
the one where they were typing in a certain word, one letter at a time, and
one letter at a time.
None of us knew it. We couldn't see it. Everybody else is seeing it, but there were 6 of us on that night, and all of us had to be on our phones.
Yeah,
just because of obligations, but and it's a shame because he had just went through what he had went through with another video he had to pull down because of some comments. And, I can't say that I personally understand because I've never had to deal with the stuff that he deals with, not on the level he's dealing with it at. But, he actually, and it was a great video, and he pulled the whole thing down. He's like, I'm taking a break for a few days. I've shut off all the comments.
He even got off of Twitter because of negativity.
Oh, yeah. He's not on Twitter anymore. Him and his girlfriend had a combined Instagram account.
I forgot about that.
And she would post stuff. Yep. Yeah. And the thing is it wasn't just the trolls; it was the perverts. The stuff that they were sending.
Not about.
At least that's the way he had told us in the mod chat. Is it was just comments made to her.
Right.
So I could be speaking on about it, that it was the wrong, I mistook it, but people don't, when we live in this world, people forget that we're real people on the other side of the camera. We're not just people. We're not here to only entertain you. We have lives and we have feelings.
Right.
And it was rough to watch him go through that because, because the few years I've been watching him, he's one of the nicest people.
Yeah,
he's done some really nice things for me over the last couple of years, and I try and pay back the favor by doing the best I can. Yeah, and the people he has as moderators, But when stuff like that is getting through, I can understand the frustration.
Yeah, it's a lot, and especially these shows or live streams. We're giving you great content for one, too. It's through our lives, and you guys are coming along with us, so it's a lot of exposure, into our house, our lives, or wherever, and we're opening up about relationships or kids or married girlfriends, whatever, and we're sharing it with you, hoping you're gonna share back or share your story or be happy. But there are people that are negative, and Jonathan, there will always be haters and stuff. There's nothing you can do about it, but we got to try and change and make things better and stuff. But it can't. You're right. It is bad when it tears a person down.
I have to say, your channel and my channel are not geared.
Oh, wow.
I just went on a YouTube Kid I mean, I do get the other things popping up, but except for my stuff, yours, you get the cat parachuting from the sky and says, so "Try something else."
Okay.
So,
well,
we're safe.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's a difference between like kid friendly and then like what we're doing, which is family friendly. I think that's that's a difference, because definitely Tim Tracker, you have people sitting there at a certain time and they're going to watch as a family. Or if you guys know about Michael K, people watch as a family.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
like big time. So,
and see, I personally think those families, the kids in those families that know about us or Tim Tracker or you, are being introduced by the parents, and they're being done the right way.
Correct.
So it's not the kid coming across it.
Yeah. No, I highly doubt it's usually a kid coming to the parents saying, "Hey, mom, dad, let's watch this." Because the parent's not always going to watch, not always, what the kid wants to watch. But if it's a family affair,
I'll watch it later. Go away. Go do something.
At times, yes. But if it's a family affair and the mom and dad, so to speak, are into it, they're going to watch it as a family. You know, oh, the new so-and-so video's out. Let's watch it. The kids are going to be up by the TV, jumping around, happy. The parents are going to be on the couch watching.
What you watching? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. It's going to be a family affair. So that's a good thing. But yes, thank you for clearing that up.
I literally had to make an account for a kid to go into that to see.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
I had to go in. Like, I didn't go in under my YouTube name. I went in under my personal email.
Right.
And her own YouTube channel.
That's funny, and that makes me think too. I like people changing the ages of things, because you can be 10 and you can easily be 13 virtually. So
how many years though?
Oh, it's been going on for decades. So
hello, AOL chat rooms.
I know,
hi.
I know.
IRC.
Yeah.
You know, I go back to those days, and it's like
been going on for decades of people changing their age, saying, "Hey, I'm the bare minimum of what you need me to be on this easily," and there's no questioning by any means.
Or you got kids who claim they're older just so they can have a Facebook account
or MySpace. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking, like, you know, Facebook, you know, you would have to be what, 13 to have a Facebook account?
13. I think 13,
Yes.
8-year-olds running around with Facebook accounts saying that they're 13.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think as long as YouTube covers themselves, then I think that's all they can do. You can't control what you can't control. As far as if a kid's lying, you don't know it. Right?
Exactly.
Well, and you know, going on what you're saying right there, and this is kind of what the congressman was saying.
Right.
You
and
know,
hey, Princess Red, welcome to the stream.
You know what? They're saying that we're responsible for that.
Correct.
For what because there are children that are getting on there and saying that they're 13 or older to get it, but we have to be responsible to make sure that we check the right box.
Was this congressman for the change or against it?
He was part of he was the one that was handpicked, so he must have got the most lobbyist money to stand up in front of everybody and say, this is what we're going to do to keep our children safe. Either that or he was running for re-election. It was one or the other, because if this was 2 years down the road and we're past the presidential election and midterms and everything, we wouldn't hear a thing about this.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
You know, no matter who wins the White House,
No, I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Midterm elections, this stuff happens all the time.
Right.
This is just the new gas price.
So if they're saying that we should control what our kids watch, like we should have more say as far as discipline, then why the change? Why the change where it's a bigger grand scheme? Shouldn't it have always been we control what our kids see or what needs to be seen?
That's what it should have been a long time ago. And, that's like the FCC, it's okay to be on, let's just take the NBC Universal umbrella.
Right.
You've got NBC and you've got USA.
Right.
If you've got a show on USA, they can use different language than what they can use on NBC.
Oh,
because the FCC looks at both differently. NBC is the old school antenna channel, NBC, right. ABC, CBS. Those are what's considered, they're not free to us, but you can catch those on an antenna and watch them for free.
Absolutely.
So they are more strict with that. But you can go on USA and they can say a lot more words that you can't say on NBC.
Right.
And then you go to some place like HBO, which is pretty much free reign outside.
All day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's interesting to me too, what you're mentioning, is because Fox, owned by Disney now, right?
Yeah.
FX, after 10 o'clock, on TV, they can say the F word.
Yes. And legally, any of those channels, according to the FCC, can, because they have what's called free harbor.
Right.
Or safe harbor, I'm sorry. Because radio stations have that. You've got where I grow up, or where I live, there's not a lot of radio stations, period. And so I grew up listening to a lot of sports AM. And you get these ones that are called overnighters that are like 50,000 watt blowtorches.
Right.
And they put their more sketchy shows on at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock because they have what the FCC calls safe harbor language.
Right.
They can use more freedom with what they say.
Yeah.
So,
Miguel, a good example of that is you listen to 95.5.
Yeah.
You hear it like as I'm driving home from work, it gets raunchier and raunchier for a talk radio station.
It gradually does. It absolutely does. So mentioning how all this is trying to be owned by a bigger company or the government, whatever, including YouTube. So after 10 o'clock, why can't people say, even though we're family friendly, I'm just saying in general for other YouTubers, why can't they say certain things? Because you remember during the whole thing with people being demonetized, a lot of people were being demonetized by saying a lot of cuss words. They had to limit which ones they said based off of the guidelines. So, for example, the F word, they couldn't say it anymore because they didn't want to get demonetized. Because again, like we talked about, YouTube is trying to be full family friendly, and I get it, but if they post a video or if a live stream, whatever, after 10 o'clock, are they still going to be, or should they rather be demonetized based off of that? Because it's after 10.
It could be after 10 your time, but it could be 10 o'clock here.
I know, but the playback and the video, yeah.
But you say that. I'll give you a good example. Out of Cleveland, Ohio, is one of those 50,000 watt blowtorch stations.
Right.
They reach at night 38 states and half of Canada.
Yeah.
So they're not all in that 10 o'clock time zone, but yet they're safe on it because they're in my time zone.
That is very true. The Simpsons, yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So you got to think I used to live in the same time zone, just further east in New Jersey. I could hear that just as plain as I was listening to my local radio station at night.
Right.
But, if 38 states, that's 3 different time zones they're covering. That can be heard anywhere, but they're in the Eastern time zone.
That's like me growing up in New York. Used to, at a certain point, I was there on one of the FM radios, popular radio station too, that everybody listened to.
92.3.
Well, that, but I'm talking more like Z100.
Oh yeah,
100.3. All of a sudden turned into Love Connection.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that show. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like
I was syndicated across the
like
US.
10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Like there's, a kid could be coming home from a basketball game or something. Here you're talking about all these stuff, like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, you used to live in New York. Howard Stern was on morning radio for years.
Yeah.
And stuff he said. Now he was always walking that tightrope. But
always.
Always.
He should be broke. But the FCC knew that he was so big that you can't break him. And that's where it comes down to, if they couldn't touch him, how are they getting to YouTube? Google is, what is it? It's behind Microsoft and Amazon right now, as far as one of the biggest companies in the US.
Correct.
I have a simple answer to that. The world has become soft.
Yes, I will absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. For example, the show The Office could not exist right now. There's a lot of shows that
everything with The Office, and I love it. It's okay.
Tell me you're talking about the good version, the British version.
I like the British version.
There's a big debate. Which one's the good version?
Ricky Gervais is the greatest awkward man ever.
I agree with that.
Have you ever seen his animated
charity
series?
episode? What's that?
Have you ever seen Ricky Gervais's animated series?
What is it?
He had an animated. Does he still
Ricky
have
Gervais
it?
show. I don't think so.
It was on Comedy Central, wasn't it?
It was on HBO.
Okay, I know I've seen it.
It didn't last long, did it?
It should.
No, but the other show he made with Carl Pilkington, that was hilarious.
Oh,
the Idiot
what
Abroad.
Was that called? The Idiot Abroad.
Idiot Abroad. That was so funny. That went 2 seasons.
You're right, Jonathan. You're right. Yep.
Now, did you ever heard interviews with Carl?
Yes.
I think he really is that. Some of the
you think
things
he is that dumb?
Like, I don't know, but just that look of how does this thing even work? The looks on his face, like a bicycle tire.
Yeah.
What was the guy? Peter, the guy that played Willow, the dwarf. That he took on the bicycle across. No, not Peter Dinklage. Was it Peter Dinklage? There was another one from years back. He's a lot of. I didn't think it was Peter Dinklage, but when he puts him in the basket and rides him around in the bicycle, and they're traveling around.
That was Peter Dinklage. Yeah, he went around with that season.
Yeah, those were some of the greatest episodes of anything I've ever watched in my life.
And Pirate Princess.
Have you seen
that's
that
probably because of West Coast. Real quick, I was just commenting on this. That's probably because of the West Coast time, but it's later on the East Coast, so probably that's why. But no, I have not. I have not seen it.
You have to watch Idiot Abroad, and definitely watch that.
Okay. All right.
Show. Let me put it this way. You remember that show Caillou? Remember that show Caillou?
Oh, Caillou, yeah.
Whatchamacallit? Carl Pilkington looks like Caillou.
Oh, straight up. Dead on. He's almost whiny sometimes.
Yep.
I really have to do this. Come on, guys. Just that slow, drawn out. Like,
come
on, guys.
And then his stories are so weird. Like, he comes up with a weird gun, and like, oh man, you're like, really? No human being is really gonna sit here and talk about this or has done that. So funny, Miguel. You gotta watch it.
All right, we'll do. Oh, and Jonathan, love Curb Your Enthusiasm. Same.
Is that the one with the writer from Seinfeld?
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah, yes. I think I've seen 1 or 2 episodes, and I wasn't. I don't know. I guess I was expecting. Yeah, I was. No, It's Always Sunny with DeVito.
Yeah.
That's a show there that's rewatchable.
Classic. That chemistry by those guys on that show's incredible. Yeah, still going too. Yeah.
You know, you were talking about shows that would make it today. Could you imagine a show like All in the Family or The Jeffersons trying to even be on USA or FX? People would have a fit.
Well, we got the live TV show coming in December. They're doing a Jeffersons and All in the Family.
I mean, my childhood growing up was watching Archie Bunker followed by George Jefferson.
Yep.
I mean, 2 polar opposites, but you could tell that if 2 characters could magically appear in real life, they would be absolute best friends.
Yep.
Because they were the exact same.
And for the people watching that don't know much about what you're talking about, there's the docuseries thing on Netflix that has Through the Decades thing. They can go back and like kind of watch the shows of like, or watch the history of those shows, and they touch on this that those shows would not be able to exist right now at all.
No, and they wouldn't. And I mean, I'll come across like Sundance or one of those channels. We'll have All in the Family or the Jeffersons on. I mean, my day's done, especially if it's a marathon.
Yeah,
because I miss, and we do live in a different world now where people, like you said, Danny, they're just soft.
Oh, they are.
You can't. That's like hearing George Jefferson talking about people like me being a white honky. If I can't laugh at that, there's something wrong with me. If I can't understand, it's just comedy.
It's always funny. That's what makes
you could also throw the honeymooners into that too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, how many people get offended by that?
That's what's funny about
getting offended by I Love Lucy.
Well, I Love Lucy.
Okay, like people get like, that's not how a female. Look at the time period that the made of, and first of all, and realistically, it was a comedy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's why.
That was their real life.
Yeah.
Living out on TV.
Yeah, people still don't really understand that. Yeah. But yeah, that's what makes comedy clubs so funny is when you're up there and you're talking about somebody, say, in the crowd, and they get mad. That's what makes it really good is when they get ticked off. So don't get mad. Just laugh. Like, loosen up, world. Man.
So they're gonna.
And if you are,
this guy's no fun. We're moving along.
Yeah.
Yep. And I love when the comedian notices that one person that's not having a good time.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
I mean, they will. You know what? If I was absolutely offended at one of these, I would sit there and I would laugh until it was done. Because if you're going to be in the room, he's going to find you.
Oh, he'll find you. They have great tunnel vision to just like, oh, there he is. Yep.
I mean, Richard Pryor was the best at.
Oh, absolutely.
If you watch
freestyle those jokes, like this isn't written. This is like off the top, and he's just gonna make it up as that genius, man.
And to watch some of his live stuff and to see him he's searching the crowd the whole time. He's looking for that one guy.
Yeah. He'll be in the midst of a joke, like you're saying. Yeah. He'll be in the midst of a joke, and while he's doing that, he's planning or looking, like you're saying, finding that person.
Yeah.
So he can segue into that. Genius. But yeah, Jonathan, there are people who hate the Big Bang Theory because of the view on nerds. That's true too. Because
I hate it for a whole other reason.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
Horrible.
I understand that. But what he's saying, yeah, that's true, because of that whole misconception, that whole perspective of how nerds are since the 70s till then. People are tired of it. So I get it. But yeah. Yes, Richard was awesome, Jonathan. Yeah. But yeah.
Richard probably didn't remember half the shows he did, but
no.
Him, his whole circle of comedians. You had Paul Mooney, which I don't know how this man is still alive. And I've seen him do stand up, and he's just in that same mold of, I'm going to find you while I'm, and I've read that Richard Pryor never wrote anything for his hours. He came in with 3 jokes.
That's what I'm saying. It was all freestyle. Yeah.
Yep.
His son was recently on a local morning radio station here in Atlanta. Basically, he was confirming all that.
Yeah,
he was on.
It
was on Rock 100.5.
Wasn't he trying to do comedy?
Yeah. What's that?
Wasn't his son? Yeah, his son was trying to do comedy.
No, he tried, but he was on because he basically wrote a book about his father, and his son would basically go and tour the country with his dad, and dad was doing, so which
so you're saying he may have needed some therapy.
Probably.
Yeah. Basically what he was saying was his dad would keep him out of the sight of that stuff and like go back to the hotel and lock him in the room and stuff, out of sight, out of mind type of thing. But as his son got older, he was like, I knew what he was doing. I just chose to ignore it. He was like, he was, he came home and gave money to my mother all the time. And, he knew where the money needed to go, but not all the money. So.
Jonathan. Yeah, definitely remembers the people he finds in the audience. So again, his victim. But yeah, I think though, everything, as long, like you said, if we stick together, we'll be all right. If we stay strong with YouTube, we're making money for them. Like you mentioned with Resort TV 1, like Fridays means, it's payday. Yeah, it's payday because they're getting that cut. So if we all just stick strong and do what's right, I think that we can change and shift some things that they're throwing at us, and we can alter the future. We just got to, stick together.
Yeah, I kind of, it was interesting because I was getting ready to head to bed and I seen you were still alive, so I popped on, and a lot of people,
by the way.
Well, a lot of people, it kind of just disappeared for a little while, and then a couple of days ago you had the release of the new terms and everything, and and I was just sitting there and nothing better to do, so I figured I'd read those.
Right.
Because as mine, I'm not in a hurry to grow my channel.
Right.
But I like to pop in places, and I love to be involved with the channels I'm involved with.
Right.
I want to know if I'm going to jump on with somebody, or like we did tonight, I want to know that what I'm doing is right for that channel.
Correct.
I don't want to come in there and say something or do something that ruins your channel.
Right.
I want it to survive after I'm gone.
Or vice versa for on stream and have it hurt you.
That's true.
Mm.
That's true. I didn't even look at it that way.
You're involved in this stream. You consented to things that were going on, obviously, and it could come back and bite you too,
Right. That's true.
To know what you're getting involved in also,
That's facts. That's true. Yeah. Have you guys heard about the whole, with the terms of service, the whole spamming thing?
No.
Spamming of advertising?
No. Spamming of, like, say you all comments? In the chat, people in the chat, comments and tags. Comments and tags in your videos. I'll talk on the comments one really quick. So there have already been reports of people losing their channel, not the streamer. So not like me hosting this streaming, but like people in the chat streaming emojis. So emojis. So if you give me 5 thumbs up in a row and you keep doing that, there have been reports of people losing their channel, like their whole account because of that. YouTube's doing that. Yeah.
So, to keep the spamming down inside of other people's channels.
Correct. So it's okay if you put it in a sentence, so to speak. So if you put I heart then 2 Real Geeks, I love 2 Real Geeks, but that's a complete sentence. But if you put like 2 Real Geeks, heart, but you're trying to say the same thing, that's spam. And you will
I know why they're doing that. I know why they're doing that. Look at all the live streams. Look at all the grow streams we have going on now. All these grow streams.
Yep.
If I go in there and say pass holder heart thumbs up, that could be, hey, I subscribe to you, I got you, and all that, and it's me back, and all that nonsense. So I get that.
It also stops easy comments. So if you have a lot of comments, YouTube will recommend your videos. So if somebody just comes into your channel, your live stream, or your comment section and is just putting hearts, that could be bots, and they're doing that, or that could be somebody doing that.
What Pirate Princess Red did is okay. She didn't put the same emoji multiple times.
Correct. And I think that is that loophole.
As long as it's not the same one, you're fine.
Yes. Yeah. But yes, what Pirate Princess said, it's ridiculous of people losing their channels like completely. So there was a misconception that people thought the streamer, the YouTuber, was going to lose it. So people were already saying, hey, stop putting that out there. But no, it's the person that's doing it.
I'm not going to lie. That I used to follow, I went into there.
Yeah.
And he used to, one day he did this grow train thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's supposed you put somebody, he's like, and I seen this and I left real quick because I wanted nothing to do with this because I knew it was going to get himself in trouble. And I kept an eye on his channel to see what was going on. And but basically it was, you put somebody's name, you put a monkey, and you say you're on their train. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
We ain't here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he got YouTube basically said to him, buddy, you're not right now. I don't know we don't know what you're doing. This is not what you do. You don't put a monkey.
So people can
and so there was the same emoji for multiple people in the line. You know?
Yeah.
Now I don't know how this works for a lot of people's channels. I mean, I mod for Dev and I mod for Jeff Bates.
Yeah.
So and I notice in those chats, when you get those emojis going, it usually hides it at first. If you get a big string of them or if you get a big chunk of them, it usually hides them at first because YouTube is Now you can do your settings in your live chat to automatically hide those for review by your moderators.
Right.
But if you get a huge string of them, it'll come up and ask me if I want to show it or hide it. And I watch the person doing it, and other moderators in both those channels. That's something that we watch for a lot is people doing that, just because, for one, people want to see their comments read.
Right. If you keep spamming it, that's going to get in the way, and that other comment will be lost in the midst of it. Yeah.
And the thing that makes me mad is you get, if someone donates $5 in a super chat, now it pops up and it's there for just a matter of a minute or two.
Yeah.
And if you get the chat really flying and you got people just hammering it with emojis, because you can punch in emojis as quick as you can.
Right.
It's a lot faster. And and then it gets by, and then that person who every channel that I know does a really good job of recognizing every single super chat.
Yeah.
And you get that one time that someone is constantly super chatting you for your live streams or for whatever you're doing, and you miss them that one time, there goes part of your revenue stream.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
See, I like the principle behind a super chat.
Yeah.
But I don't like super chat.
Why not?
I like it if when I become monetized, I like to receive them. Sitting here as a viewer, right. Yeah. But I don't like super chats because it really makes other people like they're garbage. You know what I mean? Like now there's people out there who they get a super chat from somebody. All of a sudden, that person become their center of attention, in the chat. And I got a super chat from that person last time. Hey, what's going on? Blah blah. Blah. Get to that. You know what I mean? But yet I'm over here. I'm typing away. I'm like, hey, what's going on? That looks fun. This and that. Can we go?
Gonna read
can you show me this? Can you show me that?
But ignore you.
But now I'm chatting away and no response. But yet the person that did the super chat, they're now whatever you want. Yeah, let's go over. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden it just became them, and now they're part of their bandwagon,
Yeah.
It happens. It happens with everybody. It's just a natural. But there's people out there that can't afford to do a super chat and can be your best fan and support you without monetary. They can bring all their friends in, but now you're not paying attention to them, so they're not going to pay attention to you.
Yeah, I get it. There's ups and downs about it for sure, because it does suck and it hurts.
Yeah.
If you really are watching somebody and you care about them, their stream, and you're happy to be in there and you're commenting, and say again, like if you're a little kid and you're in the chat and you're allowed to comment and your message gets missed because you didn't super chat, you're a little kid, you don't have
exactly
whatever amount, and your comment gets lost. And you got to keep doing it, and then maybe a mod may time you out because you're spamming the same thing, trying to get recognized.
Right.
So
yeah, and you have certain YouTubers that just on principle, unless you do super chat, and it's not about the super chat. I don't want it to come across that way. Unless you super chat, they don't shout out anybody.
I'm not saying it is.
Yeah. Oh no. That's exactly. I'm going with something a little different here.
Yeah.
They purposely, and they'll see that person put it in 100 times. Hey, will you say hi to so and so because they shut off the bathroom light 3 times a day without being told, and they'll put it in 1,000,000 times, and they're like, I feel like you're ignoring me. No, I just don't do it, because if I do it for you, everybody, every time I come in, is gonna be like, hey, can you shout out my cousin's brother's sister's mother's cousin because they're going to have a baby next year.
Yeah. But I'm talking. What I was saying is interaction with the chat. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
there's some channels that the three of that do this, and I've seen it. And you go into them, and if you're not one of their bigger support, they don't really pay attention to who you are or what you're doing or what you have to say to them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like there's
not
one right now there's one that comes to mind right now that is a huge YouTuber, and he, you know, unless you get on board and super chat away, you know, and I think that person's paying the price right now, but I don't know if we're on the same page with that one or not, but you know,
I want to ask for the letter that it's the YouTuber's name starts with, but I don't know if we want to. I don't know. If you want to give, you don't have to. But anyways, I think I know who you're talking about. But yeah,
I put the first letter in the private chat for you.
Okay, let me see.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
I think.
Yep. There's.
He's actually to me a nice guy, and I've met him quite often in the parks, and I think he's a nice guy, but he is paying kind of the price trying to battle the other big YouTube streamers. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah,
and you know, it's like you said,
who we're talking about. They used to be. Do you know the backstory with that? Because I don't, and I would love to know. I've been trying to know.
I only know what I have read, and I don't want to say, you know, because it's just stuff that I've read. You know, it's stuff that's freely out there. You can find it on Reddit and everywhere else.
Yeah, because I wanted to look it up.
Look at what Jonathan said.
Hold on. Right here.
Yeah.
You feel that they're like that. Some people ask chat why Josh doesn't read these comments. Well, before I finish this sentence, there also is a lot of comments in that chat live stream to get everyone. But they complain about Resort TV 1, but with 3, yeah. So finishing that sentence, there's so many people, like their End of Illumination stream had like 14,000 viewers.
Oh yeah. And I
read everything.
I could not. I don't think I could handle being a mod for 14,000 people 14, in a live chat.
Say that if there is 6 of you guys in there that night, 14,000. But I hear that. I've heard that, Jonathan. I understand it in part, but yeah, it's
You're hearing complaining from people who need their stepmom's brother's cousin's sister's baby wished a happy birthday when they're born next week.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. They want to, and now see, I didn't get a chance to meet them when I was down there. I mean, I had a chance, but we decided to go back and skip the monsoon that night. But
yeah,
I know people who are very close with them. Right. And are with them on a regular basis. And I talk to that person regularly. And they tell me that you couldn't find more genuine people. Now, are we all on here for a purpose? Huh?
That person's told me that too.
Yeah. So, and if I had the chance, I would love to meet them. I mean, because we're all hoping to grow and make something out of what we're doing.
Absolutely.
I don't think that they started out literally putting up videos of Resort TV.
I know. I went back and watched it, and I was like, wow.
And that's how I found them. I was actually, you know, because there's an app for your phone that's will bring up a version of the Resort TV.
Oh, I know that.
It's just called WDW Today. It'll tell you the current temperature, what's going on. but it's not the actual Resort TV channel.
Right.
And I was like, there's got to be somebody out there that's posting these, because if you live close enough proximity with Dish Network, you can actually see the Resort TV channel. Wow. This is what I'm hearing.
Are you really?
What I'm reading. Yes, because it's all through Dish Network. Dish is what serves those channels up. Yeah. So at least I understand that there's ways you can. I can't say that that's 100% for sure. But when I was looking for something, and this is before our first trip and with our children in 2016, I was like, I'd like to show my kids that channel.
Yeah.
It'd be neat because, that was, everybody talks about, these channels that you can see nothing but what's going on. And so I looked it up, and it was just, this Resort TV 1 guy that was just putting up, and, it ended with one of my favorite things, the People Mover, with the music from that. And I'm like, oh, let me find some more of that. Then all of a sudden I'm like addicted to Friday nights, sitting there watching them every single Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way that they do honestly, their streams, it's so smooth. It's not production wise.
It's very organized.
It's just go with the flow. There's no care in the world once they're on. Their world around them stops.
Yeah, it's still extreme.
It's a happy zone, and you feel that happy zone coming through your screen.
Yeah.
Well, that's like take the night that he was coming off the People Mover and he tripped and fell.
I was watching that live.
He cut a section out of that and made a video of it in slow motion.
Yeah.
The monsoon that they went through on the, they have never once did they get upset. If that'd be me, if you ever was to talk to my wife, her favorite story to tell from Disney is getting caught in a downpour at Animal Kingdom. She said she's heard things come out of my mouth she didn't think she'd ever hear from me. Right. And I am not a very clean talking person. I used to work construction, so I'm well versed. And she said, I'm just saying that.
Oh, Danny.
How? Jeez.
For YouTube purposes, you two are super clean.
Well, it comes from camera, it comes from 4 kids running around the house and having to watch it sometimes.
Yeah.
It comes from me being a New Yorker. And Miguel can tell you. Miguel can vouch how much of a New off camera.
You are.
And not for nothing, I was a construction worker in Central Jersey. So I picked.
Yeah.
I lived in Jersey for a few years.
Yeah.
Where'd you hide the bodies?
And me, I was a Sparky.
Who'd you work for?
I was a Sparky. I wired houses. So you can imagine getting wound up in that stuff and getting bit by electricity a few times. I learned some new words real quick.
All right.
Oh yeah.
But Pirate Princess Red, they started out very small and then have grown tremendously and quickly. And I watched the old video when Jenna first joined him on there. And by the way, their name wasn't Resort TV 1. It was, I forgot what it was.
I thought it was just called Resort TV.
No, before that, it was another name.
Okay. See, I've only known them for a couple of years, so I didn't know it.
About
5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while back, and then it was very simple videos, and then later Jenna joined, and she was like so nervous and scared at the beginning of the camera, and then they are who they are, and then they grow so quickly. It's crazy, but yeah.
Well, the Illuminations, and what stream did they do the night where they grew over like 1,000 in one night? It was that 12-hour stream they did at Magic Kingdom where they did the full day stream.
Yeah, they
from rope drop to close.
They did the whole day. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers in one day.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with 61 subscribers going, where can I get in on some of this?
Yeah, you have to respect it. You have to respect it. But what are your thoughts, real quick, both of you two, of people, smaller YouTubers, donating for a shout out in hope that they say, hey, good luck with your channel, or hey, check these guys out, whatever, and then that YouTuber reaps the benefits of their labor of paying.
I can't click unsubscribe quick enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I am where I am because I choose to be.
Yeah.
If I did more content and was moving ahead with the things that I already have planned, well, first of all, I'd have my Fallout shelter sign, and I would be live more often.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to do a live stream talking about this, but
this too is if I'm going into a bigger channel, you know, stream, commenting in their videos constantly, everything that you do, I'm making something. I'm there. I'm behind you all the way, and you like, and I know that bigger channel knows that I exist.
Yeah,
but won't come and do that back for me. I'm getting pretty annoyed at that, and I ain't following you no more. I'm sorry. Like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
obviously, if I'm like I'm coming to you and saying, hey, you know, you're kind of like an influence for me. You know, spilled everything out to you and said thanks for everything that you're doing. Not nothing. And you'd be like, oh wow, you know, I kind of like brought this guy from nothing to here, and let me see what he's doing, you know, more, and you know, make some, or you know, pop in every once in a while. And I don't see that. You're gone.
Yep. And as I learned more and more about that stuff and going back and seeing old videos of everything being hunky-dory, well, there's other people that are still hunky-dory with each other. And so, you know, you start to see things. And I don't know this person, nor do I wish them any ill will, or would I ever say anything negative about them, because I've got nothing negative to say. But there's a reason for it, and everybody else seems to be hunky-dory with each other. So
we're still talking about that same person, right?
What's that?
We're still talking about that same person, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go back and see many a video where everybody was having a good time together.
Just last year for the opening of Toy Story Land, they stayed together.
Yep.
In a place to get, because you remember they weren't all as big as they are right now, so they had to do what us casual folks have to do and get a hotel and camp out and then get in there.
So we're talking about the same exact video.
Yeah. Yep. Toy Story Land open. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just last year, might I add. That was 2018, and things have changed since then. And Jocelyn in the chat, she knows my wife, who we're talking about. Yeah. But yeah,
that's crazy.
But I definitely need to, or want to. I've been wanting to find out what was the reason. What's the lore of it? The story, the backstory. What's the friction? Because
I think somebody felt like their pants were 2 sizes bigger than what they were. That's my feeling on it.
Yeah, I can see that too. Or as far as that person feeling that way or thinking that. Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think that any of us are beyond feeling that way from time to time. Sometimes we, you know, and maybe it was just a thing of that person wanted to be like, okay, I'm going to go my own way. And maybe other people felt like they were slighted from it. I don't know.
Or maybe somebody was getting bigger out of that group.
Yeah.
And then that said person felt like they should have had the growth quicker or better than them. And
you know,
jealousy
talking about so many different things. This is definitely going so many channels we all know.
Oh, it does, but he knows. Yeah, we're on the same page.
But you know, when
I know what you're talking about. Yes, but you also know what I'm talking about, Miguel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm. But you also know when you go out and you personally attack people, it starts to become a real deal breaker. Mm-hmm. You know, because
it spreads throughout the community, and we have because there's of course a huge, massive Disney community. Then there's also a theme park community in its own right. There's also a roller coaster community. So it's a huge community, and where it travels fast, you're tainted. So, yeah. But yeah, Danny, I saw the private message. Yeah. Hey, jealousy, Jonathan. Jealousy, and there's a lot of that on this platform. And what I always say, there's room for all of us here on YouTube and in this community.
I can say that because I know you're on board with that too. So,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, how everything I say, Miguel, Tony has to say too.
I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. We sat backstage one day and had a conversation.
Yeah. If you all knew who we were talking about. Yeah. Pirate Princess read, it's okay to snort when you laugh and giggle. It's okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I won't say that. Yeah. Just yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
We're having our own private live stream along with our live stream.
There's a live stream inside of a live stream. Yeah. But mysteries, guys. But I think, guys, that kind of wraps it up for us. It's kind of late. Got to get up early. And we kind of got sidetracked, but in a good way, because we needed to talk about that. We really did. The terms of service and everything, the changes. But yeah, we did talk Disney Plus early on.
Hey, how about that Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, it came out today. We talked about it early on in the live stream. So for all the people just coming in, the lurkers and whatnot, it's okay to watch it back on replay. And Disney Plus is awesome. Danny, I don't know how long you're a late owl. Plus you're lonely right now, so I know you're
and I'm off tomorrow.
You're gonna
I have
Leia wants to watch The Mandalorian, so make that happen.
Well, Leia's got to get on YouTube Kids for a while.
Exactly.
Yes.
Can really watch
you have not
there.
Yeah. You haven't watched The Mandalorian yet.
So
I have to sign up. Yet.
Oh.
See, the problem is, look, here's the issue is Jess is in New York. Hold off, because I know if I got it, I was going to watch things, but she gave me the green light before to get it.
Yeah.
So
it's very rewatchable.
Don't watch anything I wouldn't watch.
You do what I do with my wife when I've already watched something she asks me not to watch. I go back and I sit there and I go, "Oh wow, I didn't expect that to happen." And usually she goes,
"You on the stream right now," and I watched it without her. And she's in the stream. She's in the chat. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for ruining our master plan.
That Mandalorian is very rewatchable. It might be one of the most rewatchable episodes of something I've ever watched.
It is. And also the ending is awesome. I like what we see at the end.
Is it episode right now?
It's one episode right now.
Just one. The next one will be out Friday at 6 a.m., I believe.
Oh, I was going to ask about that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So is it every Friday?
They haven't announced that yet. I believe that they plan on doing the whole season once the first week of Disney Plus has been released. Think about how many people are signed up for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And how many of those people aren't going to keep it? They're hoping to just catch that whole season of.
Smart, because that 7-day free trial is so smart.
Good point.
I almost canceled Amazon Prime 8 hours after I got it because I watched all 8 episodes of Jack Ryan. I mean, back to back. Yeah. My eyes were burning red. But I kept it.
By the way, I have that, and I need to watch the show. I've been trying to watch.
You've not watched Jack Ryan yet.
I have not.
I've been on 2 seasons.
I've been on Sneaky Pete lately.
I don't have Prime, so
yeah. Have you watched Sneaky Pete?
No.
Such a good like sneaky show. I don't know. Sneaky.
I got it strictly because I'm a huge fan of Tom Clancy and the whole Jack Ryan series. Absolutely. The Jack Ryan Jr. series, I've read, I mean, what is there? Almost 30 books now, and I think I've read all but one.
Hey, well, you have something in common real quick with Danny. He's been playing Ghost Recon. So,
yeah. But
yeah.
It's funny because I love Tom Clancy. I hated the games. All the Tom Clancy games. I go through the mission, where you're it says we're going to get you ready to go, and I'm going through and I'm like, man, this is just not Call of Duty.
They're slower pace, and they've actually built their games a lot better now and before. Yeah. I'm sorry, no Disney spoilers. I'm sorry, you don't have it yet.
Don't worry, we won't spoil it because when you get to the end, it's well worth.
It really is. It really from the opening scene. That's all. This is the last thing I'll say. Just amazing from the jump to the end. It's amazing.
Yeah. And if you're expecting to watch it, expecting to see a Boba Fett type character, go into it with a different mindset, and I think you'll enjoy it even more. But I think if you watch enough of the trailers, you know that this is not Jango or Boba Fett.
No.
And I've read a little more into the canon of what this is supposed to be. It's 5 years after the Empire falls. We're talking very fresh off of the Empire falling, and there's a couple people you see in there, and this guy was in the previews, and I can't wait to see him in it because he's one of my favorite characters from Breaking Bad. Chicken Guy's in it.
Really?
If you ever watch Breaking Bad, Chicken Guy is in it. Yeah. And I can't call him anything else because he was Chicken Guy for 2 whole seasons.
I did.
Is he all burnt up?
No, he survived.
That was the craziest episode.
Yeah, I've been watching that with Jocelyn. We're on season 3. I've seen the whole show, but she hasn't. So we're on season 3. So keep that on wraps.
I think that's the second greatest episode.
You're watching the whole thing, so you can go right into El Camino.
Yeah, I mean, I've waited on watching that to fit, so just I can finish El watching.
Camino on because it gives a whole recap of the whole Breaking Bad.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. And since she started watching it, I'm waiting for her to watch it. So I know Jonathan will hush.
Don't have high expectations.
Okay. Well, Danny, do you know episode names for Breaking Bad? Like if I say the episode name, will you know it?
Maybe. Like I said, I've seen the show.
Oxymeniana. The kid on the bicycle. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. He knows the whole story.
Yep. She's seen it.
That one, I almost turned it off.
Just circling around the corner there the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's one episode you're going to get to, and you're going to consider not watching the next one because it's hard to watch. It might be one of the hardest episodes of TV I ever watched.
Yeah, I told her with like I said, I've seen the whole show. But I told her, wait till you see what happens to Jesse's girlfriend. Like,
oh yeah,
oh god,
it's not pretty. And
no, it isn't.
It's not pretty, especially for TV. Like, it's something we haven't seen, but it's one of the best and well-written shows ever.
And on that episode, I'm just going to say, what are friends for?
Yeah. On different levels. Yeah.
I mean,
on different. Yeah. But you guys, if you haven't seen it, check that out. I mean, it's not for everybody. A little disclaimer. It is not for everybody, but it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jocelyn. Yeah. See, we watched that. Yesterday? That episode was crazy. So good. Yeah. Wasn't expecting the kid because of how they showed the scene of following him, and then like you thought that it was just kind of like just there, like you're just following him to the scene or whatever, and then he's gonna disappear. But no, like surprise, surprise.
No, there he was, and in all its glory, that episode happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got him right through the cut.
Yep.
Yep. But all right, guys, that's gonna wrap this up for tonight. We were gonna talk more holiday stuff, but hey, I think a lot of people have already tapped into the holiday stuff, so you can, engage in that with a lot of streamers that are on site.
Streamers
but yeah, we
know that this was out there.
Oh, we had to spread awareness, and very, very appreciative of you guys being here and us doing that. And Disney Plus, we did talk about that, and talked about how there were issues early on with the service of people couldn't log in. Not you, Danny, not having it. Like me, I couldn't log in. And
Pirate Princess Red's comment. That's what my face is for.
I should time you out right now.
Oh God, that hurts. That hurts.
And then she's going to bail after she says it.
I've been hearing that a lot lately from different people saying they'll take the Marvel universe over it, or they'll take the Lord of the Rings universe, or even Harry Potter. I've heard.
Remember how we talking about VHS before?
No.
And DVD? Yeah, hold on.
All right, Jonathan and Pirate Princess Red, have a good night, and we'll stay kid friendly or safe, whatever.
Old school has to stay old school.
Yep. Oh yeah, I had that, but I don't know where it is. I really don't know where that is.
And then the new school has to stay new school.
Yeah. Then they had I have no idea where those are. I have no idea where my box set is. But yeah.
Oh, I know where this is at all times. I know where that is at all times.
Then again, I have all my Indiana Jones stuff in the Young Indiana Jones series, like we talked about. Awesome.
Going back to your indie real quick is
real quick.
What Disney does have usage of Indiana Jones. They don't have full rights. They did not buy Lucasfilms. They bought Star Wars.
Yes.
Interesting.
So has Indy. So George Lucas still has Indiana Jones.
But Disney still has like IP
also
rights.
Look who else. They have rights to use for the parks. And that's it, like they did for Star Wars.
Still money.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But so that's why we don't have it on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you guys are talking about Christmassy stuff. My daughter just got back from Disney. I got to go grab something.
Okay. I'll hold tight.
Okay.
But Jonathan says I also have a DVD copy, the VHS from a DVD VHS player, so I can watch of Star Wars. I want to watch the old Christmas special. I want to find that somewhere. I wonder if that's on YouTube. The one that people don't talk. Yeah, the one
YouTube.
That's what I said though. YouTube. I know that's
YouTube. YouTube.
I heard you. Hey.
The old Christmas special is.
I know. I heard you, but hold on. I was saying that Galaxy's Edge.
Got my popcorn bucket.
I want that.
Does it light up?
Yes, it does.
It lights up.
Still getting used to this. It does just the top.
It does the top, and
do the.
Yep.
Then the whole. Well, it's hard to see because the lights are on, but the whole tree lights up, and then it will.
That
will blink as well.
And get my own. Or if somebody, one of my lovely subs could, if you're down there.
It's only $25 plus tax.
Yeah.
Yep, I sent her with money and with instructions that she was coming home and it was going to be 10 degrees. And I'm not heating the garage for her because she'll be sleeping out there. You
didn't want the alien bucket with the flannel?
Oh, I wanted that one too.
Okay. Yeah.
But I only have so much money. I'm not monetized.
Of course. But no, you chose the right one.
It's okay.
You chose the right one though. The one you have. Absolutely. But
yeah. Now before you go, something I was going to say after I got this, Donna Jaworski, who's always with Resort TV One, when we met her while we were down there, my daughter, when she went down, was probably as excited because she had set up to meet with her when she went down.
That's true, Jonathan. They've really stepped their game up.
Yeah. She was as excited to meet Donna again as she was to just actually go to Disney.
Wow.
Because they come over and they hung out a night with us at Epcot and then another night at Magic Kingdom.
Good people to have around with you in general and at the parks. So
Yeah. Her and Samantha and our Johns, they come over and meet us at Epcot and they spent the evening with us.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was absolutely amazing.
I was trying to meet up with Donna, our Johns, and Corey when I was down there. They were from Hollywood Studios. And
that's right.
I was like, I'm on my way over there, and I was like, hello, is anybody seeing my chat? I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, they were in the midst of the live stream, so it was just like kind of all over the place.
But
when you were there,
when somebody's like from one of the resorts to the park, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, we're here, But I get it. I get it. In a park are crazy, so
a lot to do
that personally. I was like, well, the Millennium Falcon ride has a 30-minute wait, so I'm going there.
Right.
So
and
we met. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, meeting people. Like I saw, of course, and met a lot of people. Danny knows, peers in this community. But yeah, I saw Resort TV One on both coasts at opening of Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Walt Disney World, both opening days. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got a chance to meet Corey and Stephanie while we were down there. It was their birthday weekend. It was the weekend we were there.
Yeah.
And my one son, who was with my wife at the time, we were trying to find him coming off a rock and roller coaster, and I'm watching on the stream as my son comes around the corner and says, Hi, Corey, I'm Fantastic Chronicles son. So, hey, hi. And he turns around and he talked to him for a few minutes, and then you're on a delay and we're coming down Sunset. All of a sudden I'm like, I know where they're going. It's a birthday weekend. They want to ride Tower of Terror. Turned around and booked it back up, and my other kids got to meet him, and I thought that was great because going back to what we were talking about earlier with YouTube, to kids, these are movie stars.
Correct.
They're celebrities to them.
Well, Corey's so down to earth, though. Like, he's just doing this, That's it.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a job. Like, this isn't his main thing. Like, he's doing this for fun. He's doing this like he just happened to become big, and he's got a real job. Like he's just out there. That's it. He's having fun for himself.
And even good things came from it. Like he became media at Legoland. So that was his first media event. So that was awesome. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I've got nothing but great to say about Corey. I mean, he could have just been like, hey, because they were getting ready to walk in and ride the ride. And it wasn't until after we walked away, they found out it was closed down. Yeah. And they stopped, turned, and if we would have talked for another 5 minutes, he would have just stood there and talked. Him and his wife both. I mean, they're both awesome people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But
that's like me. Like, if any, I don't turn them down. I've had people come up to me at our park. You know what I'm going to say right now, Miguel. How literally I had people most of the day were like, yeah, come on, let's go have fun. People are like, oh, can we hang out with you? Yeah, sure, come. You want to go on a ride together? Let's go.
Right.
Especially if they're the Foo Fighters.
Exactly.
Gotta be good. Yeah.
Miguel, did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Foo Fighter story. So
no.
I'm at Hershey Park.
Greatest story I've ever heard.
Right? And the Warped Tour happened to be in I'm there with my parents. We're just hanging around, and long story short is I had ADA passes because and they happened to give us a little too many passes. So me and my father were getting on to Fahrenheit, which was it's a crazy coaster there, like vertical one and everything. But
5 inversions on a roller coaster video. Yep.
Yeah, getting on to that, and in front of us is the Foo Fighters, and they're giving them an issue about getting on the ride.
Right.
Then they turn. They're like, they go to the ride operator. Well, do you know who we are? They're like, he's like, no. He's like, turns around, like he looks at me like, do you know who we are? I was like, yeah, you're the damn Foo Fighters. Like, how? They're like, see, he knows who we are. I was like, what's the issue? They're like, they wouldn't let us trying to get on. We got to go to the concert. I was like, well, you're coming out with me. They're like, wait.
All right.
What? I was like, yeah, we got paid. Okay. Like, yeah, we have enough. Let's go. So we got the Foo Fighters onto a ride, and basically I hung out with.
And that's something you'll have and cherish forever.
Exactly.
That is.
Exactly. So
I'm mad. It was
the best thing ever. Yeah.
Thanks all the hanging out and talking we've done. I'm late to the game on hearing this. Thanks, friends. Friends.
Sorry.
Friendship.
You get to ride roller coasters with them. You don't need to know everything.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
All right.
You want the truth out of somebody? Put them on a coaster. That's the moment of truth.
Hey. Yeah. Scream machine.
Except for me. Well, look. Yeah. You see me, Miguel. I have no fear. I'm like, okay, whatever.
You can't. Nope.
I'm the one that walks through haunted houses with a camera. I'm like, okay. What's up, buddy?
That's just not my thing. I love coasters, though.
Yeah, I don't do haunted houses.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't like going through places that might make me do things in my clothing that I don't want to do. I don't do well with them.
I hear that.
You can ask me, Miguel, I'm walking through this haunted house like it's a park. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, what was that? Like, yeah.
Christmas time, though. Woo!
No, that's scary to me.
Yeah, I gotta say, watching it on that live stream, watching you guys walk in there was the scariest thing ever.
Yeah.
Then seeing you walking back out, and I'm like, what happened? Yeah. It's like you guys hit a lead line wall. It was like, here we are in the haunted. Hey, this was a fun haunted house.
Yeah, I mean, they keep
it. But I mean, red line is
I filmed
eggs over Georgia. Like I don't know.
It's not. If we could live stream there, we would do different live streams there on the regular. But you just can't at that park. There's not a good signal reception. But while he was live streaming that, I was behind him and I filmed. Danny also has a POV in there from all the other haunted houses, but I have a POV from just that. So It was good though. It was fun. But yeah, the whole lead wall thing. Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, so we just, Danny, I told you I bought Cedar Point passes, right? For $99.
No.
Yep.
So, and I hear they got a great signal, but they don't let you take a camera on anything.
No, you can be on
Yeah,
in
and
the
I also
park.
hear they have some great
Yeah, in the park.
Right.
Yep. Like
Each
Steel
ride has a metal
Vengeance. I
detector.
mean,
That's crazy.
and the thing is, Steel Vengeance, if you want to put your stuff in a locker, you got to pay for the locker.
Yep.
Because they just refuse to change the way and all they'd have to do is move a couple things to make everything line up. You walk by, and people have talked because they say Cedar Point's going to go to all the coasters like that. If they're going to do that, they need to go to some sort of magic band system where you can walk up.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use this locker, and then on the way by, you scan it to get your stuff back out.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
Yep,
pay one price, unlimited access all day. Locker.
Yep. It's like $5 to rent a locker just to ride one ride.
That's when you go out and do a pack.
Yeah.
You can't take the fanny pack on.
Really?
They make you remove a fanny pack. Yep. You can't have any fanny packs on and nothing in your pockets.
Right.
Except for you can have your wallet in your back pocket and that's it.
Yep. Get a small, thin camera to fit in your wallet.
Or just get a little GoPro with a little chest piece.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that I've done that. And I'm not saying I have. But you want to go and back and watch the Goliath video that I put up, and the last, front row POV mayor chest mount that they didn't know I had on. So, just saying.
Well, before you say too much, it's not enough.
I'll say that was just another YouTuber we knew that did that.
Yeah, that was another one that we were talking about in private chat that you guys couldn't see. So yeah, but all right, guys, let's wrap it up for tonight. This was actually really awesome. Again, effective stream. Don't want somebody to say too much, Danny. But yeah, thank you guys both for being here, and guys, check out Show Love on all platforms to Two Real Geeks and Phantasmic Chronicles. Thank you guys for being here. And
thank you to Miguel over there.
Other way.
And say, yeah, it's your other right.
Over there. Right here.
He's like, show love to Miguel.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
To him. Right
it's
there.
hard because it's
show love to Miguel.
Yeah.
Which way did he go, George?
Right there.
Okay. But yes, I appreciate you two for coming on. And thank you so much for that. And for joining me on this crazy adventure. This is going to be my new time slot, 9:30 on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Met Dean, and it's going to happen for Tuesdays at 9:30. It'll also be posted on the live place. So yeah. Also, join us back here tomorrow for Theme Park Fix. Will be also here on the channel as we talk Silver Dollar City, guys.
What, really?
So that's going to be fun. Yeah.
Wait, what's Theme Park Fix?
Theme Park Fix is your weekly dose of all things theme parks, where we talk theme park news of all things theme park. Yeah.
Miguel over there.
Miguel,
right,
and Danny.
So it will be tomorrow on this channel. So see you back here. It is at a new time we're trying out at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So yes, new time. Yes. So stay posted with us on Twitter of new updates and whatnot. But thank you guys.
You two was a little too much for us.
Whatever. Thank you guys for joining me. My special guest, Phantasmic Chronicles and Two Real Geeks. And thank you all for that was in the chat. Participation was amazing. We had an amazing stream. everybody for being here. Thank you for all the lurkers watching. Don't be afraid to comment. And we love you guys so much. So, Dean is in Vegas right now. Is here in Vegas right now. Nice, living his best life. I see that. But,
he had to get away from that cold weather,
Yeah,
up in Minnesota.
It'll be in his inbox. It'll be in his inbox when he gets back, at least. So, yeah, there we go. But all right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 p.m. Or today, since it's after midnight, or tomorrow for you guys on the West Coast. But yes, see you guys tomorrow.
Wake up.
Thank you. Yeah.
And thanks for having me in.
Yes, thank you for being here once again. Have a good night, guys.
Not a problem.
Take it easy.